Yeah. What's happening with it? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go talking that boxing again. Yeah. And we really gonna get it in today, y'all. Like for real, we really gonna get it in today. Yeah. Been a whole lot of snake shit going on, and we gotta address it. So hit my like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're in the background, you ain't sub yet, but jump in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, jump in the comments, let me know you're in the building. Jump in the comments, let me know you in the building. You know, it's finna go down today. I got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. My man Johnny Q in the building. King KO in the building. Sheena, the Queen Sheena is in the building. She was the first one to hit the like button. So the rest of y'all, make sure that y'all hit the like button. Christopher Schaefer, what's happening with it? James in the building. Almighty in the building. All right, Karma, 1, 2, 3 in the building. Let me see who else we got in the building. Kenlon Jones in the building. Rick Timms in the building. DP Rocker in the building. John Kramer in the building. Blessed Two Fish in the building. Dank Father in the building. James Blackwell in the building. My man A1 Hoops on. What's happening with it? Emmanuel H in the building. Yoda Crush. What's happening with it, Crush? First Degree Sports. What's happening with it? Mike Ryan. Ruben Gutierrez. Flip Mode. The Queen Karma Serenade is in the building. What's happening with it? Johnny Q. Yeah. It's finna go down today. Y'all better believe it's finna really go down today. We gonna keep it real over here. You know, the phone call that I got too, it revealed a whole lot. I don't know if y'all checked that video out, but the phone call that I got revealed a whole lot to me. Randall Bivens, what's happening with it? Yeah. We definitely gonna cook on it today. So hit the like button as you come in the building. My man Brandon House in the building, straight from that Detroit. What's happening with it? Yeah, it's a whole lot to talk about, man. This dude, Bud is something else. You know what I'm saying? Bud is something else. He definitely can't be trusted. I definitely don't see the fight with him and Errol Spence ever going down now. I don't see PBC ever wanting to do business with this man again. And I'm going to reveal to y'all a whole lot of shit that y'all might not even know unless you watch my video that I had put out, you know, about 30 minutes ago or whatever. Dream Chaser, what's happening with it? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking BPC, the Bud Protection Committee, they ain't gonna like this. They ain't gonna like this one. The Bud Protection Committee is not gonna like this one. I guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? The Bud Protection Committee, they don't want to hear this. This ain't shit but a little CBD pen. Need to be charged. Let me see who else we got in the building. I missed Flip Mode, Jack Ashford. Yeah. But like I said, as y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all hit the like button. Come in the building, wipe your feet before you enter in, like Blue Blood say, and smash on the like button. Boxer, aka Big Texas, what it do? NGZO3, Kyrie Simon, what's happening with it? A1 Hoop Zone. Hey, man. Real talk. You can see it in him, though. You can see it in him, though. KG Alexander, what's happening with it? Big Ken's barbecue. Just a guy. He said stand up 402. I think 402 is a Nebraska area code. Yeah, wipe your feet. Nah. What I say, Randall Bivens, is take your motherfucking shoes off before you come in my house. Don't come in my shit with your shoes on. So I need you to take your shoes off before you come in my shit. Eric Johnson say, your earlier video just confirmed what I suspected. Yeah, man. And it's real shit. Like I said, I got a phone call from somebody that's very, very close to the situation. And let me know a whole lot. What's happening with it? Ricky Williams, Mr. Make the fucking fight. TWT, the winning team in the building. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the winning team, I don't think the winning team, shit, y'all almost undefeated in knockouts debate. You know what I'm saying? Y'all almost undefeated in knockouts debate series. Just the guy says, I always hit the like button, even though we on different sides of the street. Yeah, I mean, shit, man, that don't matter. But if I go to somebody's shit and I disagree with them, I'm still hitting the like button because I know the work they putting in, and you can't agree with everybody. But when it comes to certain things, like the shit we finna talk about today, some shit is just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, just like, say, for instance, right? Roy Jones is my favorite fighter of all time. You know what I'm saying? I used to record all his fights. I'm freezing. Hold on. Let me try to fix this. Give me a second, y'all. My man Randall said I'm freezing. Bad? I don't know what's wrong with this internet, man. Okay, let me know. Am I good now? Let me know. Y'all let me know if I'm good now. Y'all let me know if I'm good now. Okay, I'm good. Okay. He said I'm lagging. Some people saying I'm right. Other people say I'm lagging. Let me, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to get this fixed. Oh, yeah. Let me see. My bad. I was on mute. Y'all let me know if I'm good now. Am I good? I'm good. We straight now? Okay. All right. I don't even know what I was saying before this, but all I know is we're going to get down to the bottom of this Terence Crawford shit. You know, dude been doing a whole lot of lying. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people got a lot of explaining to do. I'm not good. What the fuck wrong with this? It's still messing up. Am I good now? Am I straight now? Maybe I just got to turn the camera. I don't know. So I'm good. Okay, I just do it with the camera off. Fuck it. But like I said, we gonna get into it. We ain't gonna waste no time. What I'm gonna start off with, for those who might try to be in denial, for those who may haven't heard all of the audio of Terence Crawford's interview, before we even get into any of the other stuff, you know, like the call that I received that revealed all of the dirty business that Terence Crawford was doing behind the scenes, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this interview that Terence Crawford did. And we're going to break down the interview bit by bit. And then we're going to get to the, you know, then we're going to get to the rest of the shit. So y'all hit the like button. Smash on the like button. Like I said, as you come in the building, my man Bruce Gas, what's happening with it? Oh, Wale Perry, what it do? Anybody else that I miss in the building? Like I said, salute to y'all. My man James Speaks in the building. Kyrie Simon, what's happening with it? Silverado Low, what it do? And GZ03. Yeah. So we're going to get into it. Like I said, I'm going to play this audio. And then let's just break it down. Let's break it down piece by piece. And then I'm going to let y'all know about the, you know, information that I had received on Terence Crawford and how he was doing dirty business the whole time. Now, let me play it. So here we go.
That, you know, I know and I expect it, you know. It's just something that, you know,
hold on.
What's up, champ? What's going down?
Listen, you're obviously in beast mode right now. We see the beard is rugged. You're running up those. Are you in Colorado?
Of course.
Running up the mountains. There's so much to talk about. Before we get to the Avanesyan fight, I want to jump into this. But after you put out the live that everybody watched, when you addressed everything regarding the Errol Spence fight, you addressed the negotiations and why you moved on. Has anybody on that side reached out to you? PBC side, Errol Spence, Al Haymon, anybody on that side after the live?
No.
Were you surprised about that, or you expected?
No, I expect it, you know. It's just something that, you know, was put out, and I don't believe that, you know, after me, you know, expressing the truth, that they was gonna be quick to jump and reach out to me.
And was it real quick just to
he said after expressing the truth. Now, let's stop it real quick right there. The last time I heard is if a fighter is signed to another promotional company, because BLK Prime is a promotional company, right? Although Terence Crawford is saying that he is his own boss and all of that. Right now, as of right now, for his next fight, he signed with BLK Prime for that one fight. So you can't even reach out to a fighter and try to negotiate with a fighter that's signed to another promotional company. That would be called tampering. That's the last time I heard. I mean, that's called tampering. So he's sitting there saying, oh, yeah, after I revealed the truth, I wouldn't expect him. Nah, nigga, after you got on there and told a whole bunch of motherfucking lies. And they're not allowed to reach out to you because, like I said, that would be tampering if you sign to BLK Prime for your next fight. But let's go ahead and continue this interview.
You're the type of guy that you're private, you don't really reveal too much. It was rare to see you do that. Was it the social media hate, the misconception that people had about you wanting to fight? Did all that just pile up on you one day and you said, you know what, I need to tell the world what's really going on?
Of course, the crazy part about it is I've been getting blamed for the fight not happening for years. When it get to people that, I know and friends that I know that start believing certain things that, aren't true. And sometimes you just got to lay it all on the line and just, give your take on everything and let everybody know, like, look, I've been trying to, make this fight for years now. And it's obviously not my fault why the fight haven't happened.
Well, you inspired guys.
So let's stop it right there real quick. Swad Jones, what's happening with him? This man is saying that he's been trying to make this fight for years now, right? For years now. When we know he was with Bob Arum, and he said that Bob Arum was the reason that the fight didn't happen. Bob Arum came and told us on several different occasions. One occasion, he said the fight wasn't ready. Another occasion, he said, there's no money for it. Who's going to pay for it? Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is going to want a whole lot of money. Who's going to pay for it? Right? Then he came, like my man Dallas King 79 said, and said that he never, at one point in time, he had never asked Bob to make the fight. Then later on, he did, but he specifically told us it was Bob Arum that didn't make the fight happen, right? Now he's saying that he's been trying to make this fight for years. How were you trying to make the fight for years when they told you what the deal was and you chose to re-sign with Top Rank? Make it make sense to me. And now, right, you see how he automatically goes to, oh, I was trying to make this fight for years. Okay, what happened to right now? You saying that it's not your fault that the fight didn't happen? Oh, yeah, it's 100% your fault. Because when the fight came to you, when it wasn't no sides of the street, everything was wide open, what did you do? Yeah, we'll get to there later. But I'm going to go ahead and continue to play this.
It's like Oscar De La Hoya. Now he wants to tell whatever he knows. I don't know. But I feel like you're a G for what you did. I feel like a lot of people don't even mention Al Haymon's name. But do you think that because you mentioned Al Haymon's name and you told the things that went on during the negotiations that might mess up any negotiations in the future? How do you think he's going to respond?
I don't know. Like I said.
Now, what did he tell? He didn't tell shit. What he told is he tried to play victim in that IG live. Oh, I wasn't even getting a guarantee. And then Errol Spence came right behind him and shut all of that shit down. So what did he tell? And now listen to how he switches up when he talks about Al Haymon now. Remember, he was talking real slick about Al Haymon when he did the IG live, right? When he was in his home trying to show out. Now listen to how he switches up now when he's asked about Al Haymon.
Before, I was a cool dude, like smart, Yeah. I like talking to him, but at the same time, Errol Spence is his guy, and that's who he's gonna go to bat for. When you with him, he's gonna go through tooth and nails with you. And when you're not with him, then you're on the wrong side.
I definitely understand that, but what's stopping you from being his guy? And I know that he has experience with Spence. He's been with Spence for a long time. He has loyalty to Spence. But what's stopping you with being one of his guys? Like, even if it's fight per fight basis, like, you know, Mikey Garcia and other guys who did that, what's stopping you from being that and then being able to get treated better and getting guarantees?
Now, listen to how this nigga's such a hater, right? Right? He couldn't even answer this question.
When you look at Mikey Garcia,
Hold on. He couldn't even answer this question, right? Hold on. Let me get back to where I was. He couldn't even answer this question, right? Now, he asked him a question that I've been asking for a long time. You're going to Al Haymon, you asking him for advice, you asking him all these questions, right? You saying that you don't trust your own lawyers, all of that shit. You want to fight everybody over on the PBC. You claim that you want to fight everybody. He calling out Errol Spence, claiming that he want to fight Jermell Charlo. All those guys are PBC fighters, right? So I asked a long time ago, well, won't this silly motherfucker just hire Al Haymon as his advisor? Why don't he just, you know what I'm saying, go with Al? And so they finally asked him this question, and this is his answer. This nigga brings up Mikey Garcia. Check this out.
Fight per fight basis, like, you know, Mikey Garcia and other guys who did that, what's stopping you from being that and then being able to get treated better and getting guarantees?
well, when you look at Mikey Garcia wasn't never his guy. Mikey Garcia was just used to catapult Errol Spence to a different level by using Mikey Garcia, you know, and all his accomplishments to, you know, elevate Errol Spence from where he was to now. You know,
Yeah, but
so,
he didn't know.
This fool said that Mikey Garcia was never Al Haymon's guy. Al Haymon only got him, right, to use him to elevate Errol Spence. This motherfucker so goddamn stupid. I don't know, like, for real. And I never even said nothing like that about Terence Crawford, but this motherfucker's stupid, for real. Mikey Garcia, right? Promotional companies, when Mikey Garcia finally got out of his contract with Top Rank, promotional companies were in a bidding war for Mikey Garcia. If y'all remember, Floyd Mayweather was trying to get Mikey Garcia very bad. Floyd Mayweather rolled out the red carpet for Mikey Garcia, let him stay in his penthouse. I'm talking about he did everything you can think of for Mikey Garcia. And at one point, everybody thought that Mikey Garcia was going to sign with Floyd Mayweather. And then Mikey Garcia, he did a U-turn. He went and signed a deal with Al Haymon. Mikey Garcia was getting money with Al Haymon way before Errol Spence was even thought of, way before him and Errol Spence was even thought of fighting. Way before that. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence was still kind of like, you know what I'm saying, Errol Spence didn't have no belt. He didn't have shit. So how the fuck is this dude going to come on here and say that that they used, Al Haymon used Mikey Garcia to elevate Errol Spence's career, to catapult? Man, Mikey Garcia was the one that was calling out Errol Spence. Errol Spence never mentioned nothing about no goddamn Mikey Garcia until Mikey Garcia continued to call him out, and continued to call him out. On top of that, Mikey Garcia never had sold out shit until he fought Errol Spence and they did 50,000 in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Terence Crawford, see, that's a jealous ass nigga talking. Hold on. Let me go ahead and finish playing this bullshit.
Even though he got paid
Hold
well,
on. But before
but I'm
that,
just saying.
he was using Al Haymon. Mikey was using Al Haymon before that as well, before that fight.
But you got to think it was all tailor-made for him to build him up, give him a couple fights, and then ultimately, you know, him and Spence was going to fight. So,
Gotcha.
you know, yeah, we'll throw your bone here and there just to, you know, get you excited and, you know, believing in us. But then after the Errol Spence fight, then, you know, where was Mikey Garcia?
That's true, but shouldn't you be somebody like Al or anybody?
So, like I said, man, this dude don't have no type of morals about, like, he don't care. He just gonna fucking sit there and lie. This man, y'all gotta understand what he just said. He said that they got Mikey Garcia to build him up, to use him so Errol Spence can basically can fight him and make an example out of him. He said they was building Mikey Garcia on the PBC for a fight with Errol Spence down the line. What the fuck? Now I understand where his goddamn fans come up with all of this outrageous shit from, because they act just like him. They act just like him. His fan base act just like him. And you would think a grown-ass man that's been in the fight business, that's, you know, that's looked at as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the sport, you wouldn't think he would let some dumb shit like that come out of his mouth. But hey, this is Bud Crawford for you. So now, according to Bud, they scouted out Mikey Garcia, and they had Mikey Garcia for years, and they were grooming him to fight Errol Spence, to boost Errol Spence's career up. Ain't this a bitch? Ain't this, man, this dude is something else. Dude is something else. Now, let's go ahead and listen to the rest of this bullshit he got to say. What's happening with it, young Billy?
Desires, you're the best fighter in the world right now.
Well, you know, everybody don't believe that I'm the best fighter in the world until I show them. You know, a lot of people, they can say whatever they want. You know, they can, you know, tweet out, you know, I haven't fought nobody, but all my career, I haven't seen anybody jumping for joy to fight Terence Crawford.
Yo, Terence, you put it all out on.
Who was he jumping for joy to fight? The only fighter I ever seen Terence Crawford really going at was Manny Pacquiao. He was calling out Manny Pacquiao's name in the ring. Every time he did an interview, when everybody wanted the Errol Spence fight, Terence Crawford, who do you want to fight? Oh, everybody knows who I want to fight. I want Manny Pacquiao. You want Manny Pacquiao even more than Errol Spence? Yeah, definitely. I want Manny Pacquiao. Everybody knows I've been wanting the Manny Pacquiao fight. But he's saying that, oh, well, nobody was trying to fight me. Nobody jumps to try to fight me. Nigga, who do you try to fight? Let me go ahead and continue playing this shit
On Instagram Live, but when you said those things to Al, speaking to him about, you know, I just want transparency. I just want to know where all the money is going. Like, what was his response? Like, how did he defend himself with those type of questions?
And listen, you know, I don't really too much talk in the media. Well, he don't at all. So, you know, everything that I said was, you know, what I said, and that's that pretty much.
Right. Well, have you noticed any change since you did that live video on your IG? Have you noticed any change in like the temperature of fans? Because I'm sure you saw all of the hate, but have you noticed that, oh, fans are saying, all right, we starting to see your side now?
Well, some people still, you know, believe what they believe in. Right. You know, it don't matter what you show them. It don't matter, you know, I mean, the facts. It don't matter, you know, if somebody came out on Errol Spence's side and said, you know what I mean, this was that, they'll still find a reason or a way to try to justify the fact that they wrong, you know? So it just, you know, it never going to be a day where, you know, certain people give certain individuals their credit.
Have you spoken to Errol Spence since the last time you spoke to him?
No, not even. Ain't no reason to talk to him.
Are there any regrets, Bud, in hindsight, right, where you at right now? You obviously have control of your own career. Are there any regrets about leaving Top Rank and moving forward, or are you happy with that decision?
No, not at all. You know, I did what I did. You know, like I said, you know, everything happened for a reason, and I'm here now, and you know, it is what it is.
What is Terence Crawford's deadline, right? Look, Terence, you're in your 30s. You have beautiful kids that are wrestling and playing sports, and I know at one point you want to give them 100% of Terence Crawford time, right? What is the deadline for the Errol Spence fight for you? When are you going to say, like, we all know you have Avanesyan on the 10th of December, and everybody's expecting you to win and move on because they still want that fight. So we still have hope for it. But what is your deadline when you're going to say, I'm done with this, I'm moving on?
Well, look, you know, I didn't battle within myself for years, you know, with the Errol Spence fight. You know, I said it to y'all a couple of years ago. You know, like I was done with it because at some point you get tired of it, and it's like you putting everything into it, you know, and not getting nothing out of it, and everybody blaming you. So it's just like,
wait, hold on. He said he was putting everything into making the Errol Spence fight and wasn't getting nothing out of it. What the fuck was he putting into it? Somebody in here, I know somebody in here, right? Somebody in here got to explain to me what Terence Crawford was putting into making the Errol Spence fight, because he said he was the one putting everything into it, and he was getting so tired because he wasn't getting nothing out of it. Explain that to me, y'all. Please. Somebody. Anybody. Let me, my man Smooth Groove Boxing in here supporting the channel. The first one to come through and drop a super chat. My man, he says, say, man, now this is why I fucks with you, bro. Why everyone else is patting Bud on patting Bud on the back like they trying to burp a baby. He said, you, my dude, are exposing this pussy ass shit. My nigga, you are a real one. Yeah, it's a few of us out here exposing. I appreciate you, Smooth Groove. It's a few of us out here exposing it. But a lot of these motherfuckers, right? They trying to protect this shit. They trying to act like that this didn't happen. Right? So let me scroll down these comments and see if anybody can answer that question. When Terence Crawford just said that he was so tired, he was putting in all of the effort and all of the everything, all of the work into making the Errol Spence fight happen for all of the years. This nigga's a goddamn lie. A motherfucking lie. You go, I could pull up right now and go to Terence Crawford's interviews, and I could go to his post-fight interviews in the ring when they continue to ask him, who you want to fight? Who you want to fight? Oh, I mean, I ain't gonna say no names. I want to fight everybody, all of them. Who is all of them? Who is everybody? You know, I ain't gonna say no names. Then when he finally say a name, he said Manny Pacquiao. He didn't say nothing about Errol Spence, right? Until after the Sean Porter fight. Until he was in the ring, and they put a microphone to his face, and they asked him about Errol Spence, and then that was the first time he mentioned Errol Spence inside of a ring. Talking about, oh, why he's here? Why did he even show up? Yeah, come on, man. I need some of y'all to come on here and defend this shit, because your boy looking bad out here. We ain't even got to the, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to the good part yet. Hold on. Let me go ahead and play this.
either I do it or I don't. I'm still at fault. But the mission is the same, you know.
No doubt.
Me being victorious versus Avanesyan, which is a tough opponent. You know, a lot of people don't.
Drico.
But the boxing.
Oh, this shit finna get good. Drico then came out of hiding. Drico, I'm gonna drop a link in a little bit, and I want you to come up here and explain all of this shit, Drico. I want you to come up here and explain all the shit. Yeah, he said, I want to fight all the champions. He never mentioned Errol Spence's name. Thank you. You just made my case, Drico. But I'm going to drop a link in a little bit, and I want you to come up here, Drico. Oh, I want you to come up here. But let me go ahead and continue to play this.
Boxing diehard people does know him. They just act like they don't. They just kind of disappointed in the way the negotiations went with me and Errol Spence. So, of course, they're going to try to, throw shade on the fight and, say, oh, well, he's fighting this guy and this guy. But this guy that I'm fighting is a real guy. He's a real challenge. And he's dangerous because he got everything to win. And, I mean, those guys right there that have nothing to lose is the most difficult guys to fight. Like they come in, with a lot of passion, a lot of determination, and a lot of will to win. But they're throwing you. So I'm not listening to all these guys saying that he's fighting a bum and cash driver, and this and that and this, because they don't know boxing. There's a reason why a lot of people turned this guy down to fight him and why he haven't gotten his shot. So, me personally, I just go in there and do what I'm supposed to do. And, I'm focused. I've been training tremendously hard, like I'm training for, anybody else.
I got to stop it right there, right? He said, speaking of David, I've been sneezing, right? He said there's a reason that a whole lot of fighters have turned him down and was scared to fight him. Nigga, he had a fight. When nobody turning down no motherfucking David I've been sneezing fight. He had a fight coming up. He was already scheduled. The fight was on BoxRec and everything. He was already scheduled to fight somebody, and y'all motherfucking went and pulled him out of the goddamn grave. Y'all pulled him out. They couldn't find no other Rudy Poot-ass opponent that was willing to fight Terence Crawford, so they went and got David I've been sneezing, and they pulled him out. The fight that he already had. This nigga talking about, oh man, there's a reason why everybody else, was turning down the fight, with him, because he's a very, very tough opponent. For those who don't know, he's so motherfucking tough. He got knocked out by Green Machine that Terence Crawford knocked out. He also got beat, right, on the scorecards, unanimous decision by Lamont Peterson, the same Lamont Peterson that Errol Spence stopped, the same Lamont Peterson that motherfucking Lipinets retired. That's who David I've been sneezing. That's two of his opponents that he lost to. Oh yeah, he got more L's on his record, right? But those are just two of the opponents that he lost to. But let Bud Crawford tell it. Everybody been ducking David I've been sneezing. Hold on. Let's go ahead and continue to play this shit.
I never take any opponent lightly. And December 10th, I'm going to go in there and look to put on a show like I do each and every time I step foot in the ring.
All right, I want to ask you about BLK, but what did you just mean just now? You said that's why he didn't want to fight him. Who were you talking about? You talking about Spence not wanting to fight Avanesyan, or who didn't?
No, I'm just saying, man. There's a lot of people that I'm not gonna go into names.
You can't name nobody
that turned the fight down with him.
Got you.
Not saying Spence, but okay. I'm just saying, there's a reason.
Got you. So you
see, this nigga be lying so motherfucking much, y'all. It's funny to me, right? It's funny to me. I'm just saying it's a lot of people that turned the fight down with David I've been sneezing. So who are those people? Well, I'm just saying it's a lot of people that make it make sense. So he's trying to make it look like that David I've been sneezing was basically out there lurking around like he was. Couldn't get no fight. Nobody would fight him. And then that's the reason he's fighting him. When once again, the man had a fight scheduled already. And they went and talked him into pulling out of his fight to fight Bud Crawford. See, this dude is a fraud all the way around the board. Let me read this super chat, and then I'm gonna continue to break this shit down. You know what I'm saying? This shit too easy. Let me get to this super chat, my man. Hold on. I got you. My man Christopher Schaefer, what's happening with it? He says, salute, Keon. None of this ish this dude does makes any sense. He only never mentioned Spence when Spence had a fight. He only ever mentioned Spence when Spence had a fight. When EJ called him out after Ugas, first thing he said was about fighting Charlo. And that's a fact. When EJ was calling him out, he was calling Charlo out. Jermell Charlo, that is. But let's go ahead and I appreciate you, man, for that super chat. And then my man Smooth grew back in the super chat. He says, Bud makes my flesh crawl. Just listening to the bullshit niggas always vexes my spirit. He says, Bud is a bullshit nigga. Snitched on himself since June, huh? Nigga is a walking contradiction. EJ by murder in 7. Big facts, Smooth Groove. And I appreciate you, my brother. Now, let's go ahead and continue this shit. Let's continue to hear this nigga Bud Crawford tell lies. And like I said, we ain't even got to the nitty gritty because the call that I got let me know a whole lot of shit. Hold on.
That you were in negotiation with Al and them for like a while since May. So when did BLK approach you?
Well, I've been talking to them probably around June, July. It was early, but it wasn't nothing like, well, really I met him before then, but I didn't.
Let's go ahead and cut it right there. When did you first start talking to BLK Prime? Well, probably around June, July. Oh, well, really, it was before then. Nigga got to stuttering, right? Because they asked him that question, and I don't think that he was prepared for it. So the whole team, Bud Crawford, everybody that's been covering for Bud Crawford, everybody that's been putting out content for Bud Crawford, making it like that. Oh, this shit happened in less than 30 hours. We just, he just contacted us. We talked, you know what I'm saying? And we got a deal struck with him and David I've been sneezing in less than 30 hours. So we was able to get David I've been sneezing. We was able to get him to pull out of the fight that he already had scheduled that was on BoxRec. For Terence Crawford, was able to give, right? This is what they telling you. Offered Terence Crawford $10 million upfront guaranteed money. Did all of this in about 36 hours. Yeah, about 24, maybe 36 hours. Right? Now, Bud Crawford, he just came out and he shut all that shit down. You know why? Because he wasn't prepared to answer that question. He wasn't prepared to answer that question. So he got to stuttering, and before you know it, he done told on everybody. This nigga he snitched on everybody. This nigga done snitched and they ain't even pulled him out of the squad car yet. They ain't even got him to the interrogation room yet, and he already done told. He already done told. Told it on everybody. Everybody that was running around talking about, oh man, shit. We just had started talking to Terence Crawford. Yeah. That's funny, ain't it? That's funny, ain't it? Nigga done told on everybody before he even got out of the squad car. You know what I'm talking about? Oh shit. Man, hold up. Man, hold up. Nigga done told on everybody. Now, let's get down to the good part. Let's get down to the real good part, right? Let's get down to the real good part. Because I ain't going to play none of the video, but I'll just go ahead and paraphrase some of the rest of the shit that he talked about, right? And then we're going to go back to that. So, check this out. Then he goes on and he says that they ask him, about Errol Spence and And they asked him about Errol Spence and everything that was going on with the negotiations with him and Al Haymon, right? And he goes on and he says that, Errol Spence, when I told Errol Spence about the hedge fund, and when I tell Errol Spence about the 2 different investors that was willing to give us $50 million, Errol Spence never once asked me about where it was coming from. He said we were on FaceTime with each other, and I told Errol Spence, and Errol Spence got quiet, and then he just said that he had to talk to Al Haymon, and he never got back to me. But he never asked me where it was coming from. Well, that's funny, because when Errol Spence got on Twitter and he called you out about the shit, he said, all I asked this nigga was where the money was coming from. That's all I asked him. Where's the money coming from? He said the nigga couldn't tell me. He told me that we just need to meet up in person. Now, if Errol Spence was lying about that, wouldn't Terence Crawford let him know right then while they was going back and forth on Twitter? Terence Crawford never said nothing about that shit. He never told Errol Spence, no, I did. You never asked me none of that shit. You never asked me that. He couldn't tell him because he know that Errol Spence asked him. That's the first thing that anybody with common sense would ask. Okay, who are these people that you're saying that's got all this money? Nigga, I'm not finna let you tell me that somebody got $50 or $25 million on the table for me, and I'm not gonna ask you who is it coming from? Only a motherfucking idiot would believe Terence Crawford when he says that Errol Spence never asked him where the money was coming from. Like Errol Spence is just a fucking idiot. Like he's just gonna sit up there and be like, oh yeah, for real? 50 mil? Oh, okay, cool. I don't want to know where it's coming from. I ain't even gonna ask you where it's coming from. Like, nigga, cut the fucking bullshit out. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Don't even make sense. And this nigga just continues to lie. He lies over and over again, and I don't respect that shit. And I've been putting out videos on this nigga Haymon for years. Every time he lied, I'll put out videos and let y'all know, okay, he said this, then now he coming back and saying this. Now, and so this is an ongoing thing with Terence Crawford. He lies over and over and over again. And salute to my man Kwame for coming a new member of the channel. Appreciate you, brother. And my man, let me see, my man. Hold on, my man, Mr. Mechanical in the super chat. He said, Bud snitched faster than somebody on First 48. I told you the nigga told before they even got him out of the squad car. You feel what I'm saying? That's why he don't do interviews. Aisha, what's happening with it, Queen? She says he's a liar and think we dumb. Exactly. My man Jermaine Bean says had to meet in person because the feds tapping that phone. Right. Talking about, we just need to meet up. And Terence Crawford telling you we was on FaceTime. Y'all on FaceTime, you can't tell me who the investors are. Now, they go on to ask him about the investors again in that interview. And he gets to stuttering again. He's like, well, all y'all need to know is I'm fighting David Avanesyan next, and this and that. And they like, okay, well, were one of the investors BLK Prime? Was it BLK Prime that was one of the investors? Well, like I said, I'm fighting David Avanesyan, and they like, oh, okay. So basically, you ain't gonna tell who the investors are. None of them. It's none of our fucking business. It's still a secret. So you mean to tell me, right, that you claiming to have 2 different investors that was willing to put up $50 million for a fight that's public, right? So if it's true, everybody was gonna know who was putting up the money. If you telling Errol Spence, come on over here with me, and I got these investors, leave Al Haymon, leave PBC, and get this fight done. I got these investors. but months later, it's still a secret? Nigga, we don't believe you. We don't believe shit you saying. You know what I'm saying? We don't believe shit you saying, bro. Make it make sense. Make this shit make sense. So, my man Randall Bivens in the super chat, he said, Bud lies about lies he lies about. Real talk, he really do. He'll tell you a lie, then lie about the lie he told you, and then come back and flip that lie around one more again. But hold on. What's happening with it, Omega Red? So, let's go ahead and get back into it, right? So now, let's just break it down before I tell you about the phone call that I received. Yeah, and y'all got to get the likes up. Let me check let me check these likes. Cause hold on. Let me see. Let me check these likes real quick. Oh yeah, these likes is looking pitiful. It's a whole lot of hate shit going on in here today. I ain't telling y'all nothing but facts out of the old man's mouth. So you're sitting in here and you don't want to hit the like button and you're hating. What you hating about? I don't got a string in that motherfucker back pulling it, telling him what to say. Y'all mad at me because I'm telling y'all what Bud Crawford is saying out of his own mouth? I mean, make it make sense. Smash on the like button. Like, goddamn, what's wrong with y'all? Hit the like button. It's free. The like is free. Yeah, Omega, a whole bunch of dick riding ass shadow watchers. Oh, I ain't gonna hit the like button. Man, fuck him. I ain't hitting the like button. I love Bud. He ain't gonna say that about Bud. He ain't gonna talk about Bud like that. I ain't gonna hit the like button. I want to hear what he got to say, but I ain't gonna hit the motherfucking like button. So let's break this shit down, right? So now we know that Bud Crawford had been talking to BLK Prime, right? Since, let's say, he said before June, so let's say May. We also know that he started negotiating with Errol Spence in May. So that means that he was talking to BLK Prime and negotiating with Errol Spence at the same time. That's all we pretty much knew. And to today, I got a phone call from somebody that's real important, that's real close to this situation. And no, I'm not going to tell you who it was. No, it wasn't Blue Blood. I'm going to tell y'all what he told me and showed me. He had receipts too, right? So this some trill shit. Bud Crawford was going back, right? I don't know when exactly he started going back and telling BLK Prime everything that was going on in the negotiations with Errol Spence, but it was early on in the negotiations when this started, right? Bud was going back to BLK Prime and he was telling them everything that was discussed between himself and Al Haymon. So what was going on is Bud was, he was going back and forth with Al Haymon and PBC, but at the same time, he was getting on conference calls. Yeah, he was getting on conference calls and he was telling BLK Prime the offers that PBC was offering him, all of the ins and outs. Now, of course, he was telling them from his side of the story. So, of course, he was leaving a lot of shit out. He wasn't letting them know everything, basically, everything but he was going back to them, telling them everything, right? And he was using it because, see, what they not telling you, Drico Bay says that's good business. No, that's not good business. That's snaky, janky business, Drico, and you know it. And you know it. You know that's that's janky business, because what he was doing the whole time is he was making PBC believe that I ain't talking to nobody else but y'all. I'm not talking to no one else but you all. So PBC was thinking, okay, we good. You know what I'm saying? We good. We all in on Terence Crawford. We don't need to look to nobody else to fight, for EJ to fight, because we're all in on Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford is all in with us. But what Terence Crawford was doing is he was getting he was getting information from the PBC, going back on conference calls meetings with BLK Prime and telling them everything. He was telling them everything. And so he was using it as a negotiation tactic, because BLK Prime from the jump, BLK Prime, when he first started talking to them way back in May or June or whenever it was, right? They were trying to get him to come over and fuck with them. They was trying to get Terence Crawford. So what Terence Crawford started doing is he started going back and forth. He was telling BLK Prime all of the information, but he wasn't telling PBC a motherfucking thing. He wasn't telling PBC nothing, right? And so he started using it like, okay, it came down to, okay, PBC offered me this and that. Now, PBC, these motherfuckers, they don't even want to offer me no guarantee. You know what? I'll come fuck with y'all. I'll come over and fuck with y'all. But shit, y'all got to give me a guarantee. Y'all got to give me something better than them. And they're steady telling Terence Crawford, look, we gonna have something big in store for you. Just give us some time. Just give us some time. We gonna have something big in store for you. We gonna have something for you. So the whole time he going back to PBC, right? Now everybody's wondering, why is this shit taking so long? He been said he agrees to everything. He been telling everybody, oh man, I agree to everything. But it's taking a long ass time. And now all of a sudden, you know what? I agree to this. He come back, you know what? Nah, I don't agree. I agree to that. Nah, I need y'all to do this. And he kept stalling. He kept stalling, pushing the fight out further and further, right? Pushing the fight out further and further, trying to see what he could get out of BLK Prime. Once BLK Prime got David Avanesyan to pull out of his fight and let Terence Crawford know, look, we're going to give you a guarantee. Once again, he's not making $10 million. He ain't even making nowhere near no motherfucking $10 million. But once they told him, we're going to give you a guarantee, we're going to give you, you know what I'm saying? This is the opponent we got. We got a date and a venue. That's what he was looking for. Before that, BLK Prime, they didn't have their shit together. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have their shit together. They weren't ready for Terence Crawford at the moment. He knew that, but they kept promising him, you know, come fuck with us. We're going to have something for you. And he was talking back and forth to them the whole time, telling them everything that was going on with the negotiations with PBC. And I know this to be a fact. Like I said, I got a phone call that confirmed all of this shit. So, what he tried to tell y'all is that, well, I have to take a fight in between. They told me the fight wasn't going to happen until 2023. The fight wasn't going to happen in 2023 because of this nigga, because of him, because he kept bullshitting, trying to fucking see what he could get from BLK Prime, and he was stalling the whole time. He was stalling the whole time. That's why. If it was up to the PBC, and if it wasn't for Terence Crawford pulling all them stalling tactics and bullshit, we would have had to fight in November. We would have had to fight in November. But this snake ass nigga, right? he was doing snake ass shit. And out of his own mouth, right? Out of his own mouth, he said, you know what? I went to BLK Prime and I eventually let them know that, you know, Errol Spence, I'm going to go ahead and go forth with the Errol Spence fight. This is the fight that I want. So I wanted to let them know because basically I didn't want to leave them out in the dark, right? I want to do good business by them. I want to stay in good faith with them. I want to let them know. So, see, this is what Terence Crawford don't have no sense at all, right? Because, yeah, I got that phone call to let me know everything. But other than that, how are you saying that you came to BLK Prime and let them know that you was negotiating with Errol Spence? Nigga, we knew that was a lie right off the bat because the whole world knew you was negotiating with Errol Spence. You mean to tell me that you need to tell BLK Prime that you were in negotiations with Errol Spence when the whole world knew it? So you had to shed light on them and let them know that. No, that was a lie from the rip. They knew you were negotiating the whole time. You was letting them know everything that was going on. And you were giving them the upper hand in negotiations. You wouldn't even giving PBC a chance to say, you know what, okay, you got this deal on the table with this company, BLK Prime, or they telling you, or they're promising you this. Let's see what we could do for you. You wouldn't telling them nothing. You was lying to Al Haymon, sitting in that man's face, pretending like that you was all in, that they were the only ones that you was talking to. And you had other people pretending like that shit too, lying to everybody. So, at some point, yeah, they realized, okay, Terence Crawford continues to bullshit. He continues to push back the negotiations, right? We want to do a 3 or 4 fight tour. We want to go through, we want to go to 3 or 4 cities, right? We want to go through 3 or 4 different states, my bad, right? We want to do a tour to promote this fight. You know what? We're going to have to push this back to 2023 because we don't have enough time to promote the fight like we want to. It's not enough time. It ain't enough time. He keep bullshitting. We see it's not enough time to do everything that we want to do to promote the fight like it should be promoted. Knockout, what's happening with it? I see you in the building. And so, yeah, you know, when I found that shit out today, at first, when I got that call, when I found that shit out, I was kind of shocked. Like, damn, this nigga Bud was going back to BLK Prime on conference calls, telling them everything that was going down the whole time with PBC. And then after being in shock, I was like, you know what? I should have known. I should have known. I should have known. And that right there proves, right, that he didn't really want the Errol Spence fight like everybody say he wanted it. He didn't want the fight like that. He didn't want the fight like everybody was saying he wanted. He was playing both sides. He was using them to get a bag from BLK in a Rudy Poot ass fight like he's used to. Y'all smash the like button. I know it's a whole lot of haters in here lurking. But smash the like button. It's free. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Now, it's been a whole lot of lying going on. It's been a whole lot of lying going on with Terence Crawford himself and on Terence Crawford's behalf. A whole lot of motherfucking lying going on. The nigga's a snake, right? And now he's sitting up here pretending like, oh, well, Yeah, if Errol Spence say that he gonna spin the block, I mean, yeah, I'll drop him off. Know him so good, so motherfucking well that you didn't want to fight then and you sure don't want it now. He got what he wanted. Even though he ain't making 10 mil, right? They promised him, you know, a cool guarantee. And then they told him that, you know, oh, well, we can do this. If we can put the pay-per-view at $40, you know what I'm saying? We can sell out Omaha and then you can make up to 10 mil on the back end. That's what they told him. And he ain't gonna get nowhere near close to 10 mil. But that's a whole different story in itself. Ricky Williams say, scratch a lie, find a thief. Whole lot of lying been going on. TX Bulldog says, Bud duck and took the money, can't have cake and eat it too. This shit, wow. My man Swat Jones says, if you just now coming in, smash the like button, the hate button, either one works. Real talk. Smash on the like button. Whole lot of lying been going on. Now, Drico Bay. Let me see. I think I might got Drico email in my motherfucking hold on. I think I might got your email. Let me see. No, let me see. I thought I had Drico. Hold on. I'm gonna just do this. We're gonna do this. Drico, this link is for you. Don't nobody else touch the link but Drico. Drico says a whole bunch of lying and drinking. He says a whole bunch of drinking and lying going on. Well, we know where the lying coming from. Where the drinking coming from? I ain't seen nobody drinking. And I ain't seen nobody drunk. But, you know, Drico Bay. Bud is your boy. You know what I'm saying? That's your boy. I want you to come up here and explain this shit, you know, to the best of your capability. My man Crunk Juice, what's happening with it? He said, it is obvious that Bud using EJ name and accomplishments to remain relevant. If Bud didn't have the WBO, he would be irrelevant, just another boxer. Well, he haven't put himself on, he haven't put himself in any fights. You know what I'm saying? Took him damn near his whole career to get Sean Porter. That was the best fight that he's had. Sean Porter. Drico, the link is in the chat, Drico. Or is it in the chat? Did it post? Hold on. Let me post it one more time. Drico, the link is in the chat. This link is for Drico. Don't nobody else hit the link. I want Drico to grab the link, and me and my man's gonna have a friendly discussion. Come on, Drico. Don't go hide now. Oh, come on, Drico. Come up here and get this smoke. Oh, he said give him 5 minutes. I didn't see that. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't no excuse. It ain't no defending this shit. If you real, you got to hold this nigga feet to the fire. He ducked the fight. He ducked out of the fight. And the thing is he was giving himself a duck way out the whole time. This nigga was giving himself a way to duck out of the fight the whole time. The whole time. And you telling me that he wanted the Errol Spence fight just so bad? but he was giving himself a way to get out of the fight. He was planning on a way to get out of the fight the whole time. Come on, Drico. If you got time to type in the chat, you got time to hit that motherfucking link. My man, coach in the building, he says, there's a bunch of lies that has come to light. He says, let me cook brother Drico. Oh, man, this mine right here, coach. I'll let you, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you get in after I get done, but I'm getting Drico ass. This mine right here. You ain't gonna take my opponent. Look at coach trying to steal my opponent from me. Look at coach. We waiting, Drico. I'm on, Drico. I want to hear somebody try to defend this shit. I want this nigga to try to get up here and defend this shit. Smooth Groove Boxer says, don't do it, Drico. This some snake shit. Don't do it. Hey, you know, you got some Terence Crawford fans that's going to defend him at all costs. You know what I'm saying? They'll run in front of a motherfucking train to defend this nigga. I tell you like this. If this was Errol Spence, I wouldn't be defending the motherfucking thing. I'll be on Errol Spence's helmet if he did some sucker shit like this. Come on, Drico. Come on, Drico. Hey, Scotty, World Combat Sports say if the train is parked, then we good. Scotty gonna defend him with, you know what I'm saying? Scotty another one. Scotty gonna defend motherfucking Bud Crawford until the wheels fall off. For real. Ain't no defending this shit. But hey, come on, Drico. See, Drico think he had it bad on Money Brown TV the other night. With all this shit that I didn't find out in the call that I got, in all this information that Terence Crawford done told us out of his own mouth. Oh, yeah. This shit finna get real bad. This shit finna get real bad. Who, loyal to the game, who timed who out? Who got timed out? Don't time nobody out unless they just, you know, trolling or just doing some real disrespectful shit. Don't time nobody out. Yeah, let them live. I want to hear this. Come on, Drico. Everybody waiting on you. I'm gonna send you the link, coach. I'm gonna send you the link, coach, and then yeah. I'm gonna send the link to your email, coach. And I'm gonna wait and see if Drico hop up here. But don't be jumping in on shit, coach. Don't jump in on shit. I got this one right here with Drico. I'm gonna send you the link though, coach. I'm gonna send let me see. I'm gonna send a couple links out. Don't nobody hit that link in the chat, but Drico. But if I send you a link to your email, you could grab it. Hold on. This shit, wow. Shit just get worse and worse for Bud Crawford. Who blocked Drico? Who blocked Drico? I don't understand. Who blocked him? Somebody blocked Drico? Let me see if let me find out if Drico blocked real quick. Let me go see. Hold on. Let me see. I'll find out right now. And like I said, Coach, I sent you a link. I sent a couple more links out, so check your emails. Let me see, man. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Go ahead. You can cook, Coach. I'm trying to. I sent you a link, Knockout. Okay, I got you. Up echelon. Give me a minute because I'm checking on. Just try to see if anybody blocked Drico.
Yeah, boy. Hold on, let me cut up. Pause this. I mean, mute this thing. Yeah, boy. Man, there's lies all over the place. That's what I know. There's lies all over the place. Me and you already talked behind the scenes, and I already told you what I'm not gonna do, and there's a reason why. But there's been lies all over the place. So now this nigga been negotiating the whole time for the Errol Spence fight and been negotiating behind the scenes with BLK Prime. He let the cat out the bag. So we have contradicting stories. We got contradicting stories from other people, and now out of Bud's own mouth, he had been talking to these people since before June, July. So we wonder why the fucking fight didn't happen. You agreed to everything. You said it out your own mouth. You agreed to everything, but you didn't sign the shit. Come to find out, you've been fucking going behind the scenes negotiating. Now, we did the numbers the other day. The money don't add up from the lie. That's another fucking lie. $10 million. The numbers don't add up from the gate. The averages of the fucking the amount of money that's gonna be spent at the gate, it don't add up. You doing an app, the money don't add up. You done pissed the fans off. So you got a lot of people that want to see this fight are pissed off with you. They don't want to see you fight David Avanesyan. So you're not gonna make the money on this fucking pay-per-view that these, and you talking about is $10 million. The money don't add up. So that's a lie. That's a lie. It don't fucking add up. I don't care how you put it, from the amount of people that fit in the venue to the amount of money that's spent. Even if you did $500 a ticket, just say.
Hey Drico, hey, sorry to cut you off, Coach. Drico back in the chat, Key, if you want to drop the link to him.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me wrench. I thought Drico was wrenched up.
Yeah, I typed it in the chat, bro. Wrench him up. He in gray right now.
I thought he was wrenched up. Let me wrench Drico up so can't nobody block him. Don't nobody block Drico. I'm trying to. Okay, here he is.
So the shit don't
wrench
fucking
you up
add
so can't nobody time you out. There you go, Drico.
The shit don't add up. So that $10 million bullshit that was coming out of Bud Camp and coming out of BLK Prime is fucking lies. That's all fucking lies. It don't make no sense. Now, I don't give a fuck. We know that Blue Blood is involved with fucking BLK Prime. I love my brother Blue. But there's some shit that's not answered the right way. There's some shit that was said that can't be right. I mean, I know I'm not a fucking detective, but I got good fucking common sense. I got book sense, I got street sense, and I got common sense. So you're not gonna get over on me with bullshit, right? And motherfucking not. So you've been fucking going back and forth negotiating, and you've been going telling them everything that's fucking going on. That's going on with fucking That's going on with PBC. You going back and talking, doing that as a negotiation tactic, and probably back and forth. I don't know if he was telling PBC what he was doing. I doubt it, because Al Haymon and them probably wouldn't tolerate that bullshit. Well, if that's what you want to do, then go on about and do your shit, do what you want to do, right? But The cat came out the bag because it's out of Bud Crawford's own mouth. It came out of his fucking mouth, nobody else's mouth, right? So you been negotiating with other people while you trying to get this deal done with Errol Spence. Who the fuck does that, bro? Who does that? This shit is insane. So nigga, yeah, you duck, nigga, and you ain't getting no fucking no $10 million. You ain't gonna make me believe that when the fucking numbers don't add up.
I know the fucking Drico. So that link that's in the chat, that's for Drico. Don't nobody else grab the link but Drico.
From the capacity crowd to the fucking amount of dollars of the fucking tickets. That shit don't add up. The most they're gonna get is $8 million fucking dollars. So how the fuck you gonna sit here and tell me you pay him $10 million? Bud is getting what the fuck he was getting when he was with Top Rank. He probably getting about 3.5 and getting back in money from whatever sold on the fucking pay-per-view. That's what the fuck he's getting, bro. Nigga gonna talk about he getting $10 million now. But it's a lie, bro. I fucking don't believe it, and you can't make me believe it because the money don't fucking add up. I know money, and I know that shit don't add up. So this is all bullshit. The nigga didn't want to fight Errol Spence, and ain't nobody gonna fucking sit here and try to say that that shit is not fucking true, bro. It's the fucking truth. Because, nigga, you got the biggest fight in boxing on the fucking line here, and you take this bullshit.
Hold on, Coach. Coach, hold on. Drico, is that you back there? Turn your camera on, Drico, so I can see if that's you or not. Okay, bet. You good.
And you're gonna talk about he didn't fucking duck him? Nigga, you been having the fucking, they sent you back the fucking term sheet or whatever the fuck it was before, and you didn't sign the shit. You said you agreed to everything. Well, if you agreed to everything, nigga, what the fuck? Why the fight ain't made? Because you back there trying to get fucking bullshit ass money from another company, nigga, so you can have an easy fucking fight. And then you're gonna sit here and talk about it. They was talking about it wasn't gonna happen until 2023. If you would have signed the fucking contract earlier, nigga, y'all could have had the fight at the end of this fucking year. But you fucking procrastinated and bullshitted and was negotiating with BLK Prime. So you could feed that bullshit to another motherfucker because we know better.
Coach, let me
shut up.
Get Drico. Yeah, everybody go on mute.
Drico, you can say what the fuck you want to say, nigga. You know it's the real.
Hey, Coach. Everybody go on mute for a minute. Let me get this issue in with my brother Drico real quick. Let me get this in with Drico. Now, Drico, go ahead.
Yo.
Yeah, go ahead, Drico, and then I'm gonna go behind you.
I mean, what part you want me to address?
And then we ain't gonna take too long because I know it's other people that's on the panel that want to get in on this. So we gonna try to make this quick. But go ahead, Drico.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what part? No, I'm here for y'all. Y'all take y'all goddamn time. I want to hear this shit. I'm really, I ain't in no rush.
Facts.
No rush. I'm trying to get this shit. So don't rush on my behalf. I can't speak for nobody else. But don't rush for me, shit. I'm here to listen and laugh, goddamn.
I mean, there's so much stuff to attack. I don't know. What's up, 8-6? Peace, my brother. Peace to the panel.
Hey, chilling.
Peace to the chat.
This ain't enough time for you. You know what I'm saying? This ain't enough time for you. We can set it up over my way too, but I got a feeling you probably got to keep about to do you dirty. But I'm biased, so I'm
I know.
I'm gonna y'all do y'all thing, bro.
This is what y'all thought when I was shaking and baked money over there, but I understand. I like it. But peace to the panel and the chat too. I mean, we can say that that's not good business what he's doing morally, but he didn't break no rules though. You know, he didn't break no rules. He going back and he basically saying, hey, listen, they gonna give me this. What y'all gonna give me? Can y'all do this? I don't have no guarantee over here. What can y'all give me? So I mean, morally, business is a fine line, a gray area, because you can't tell this person what this person is doing. But when the person that's on the receiving end of it, you got to keep that tight to the vest. And ain't nothing wrong with shopping around. And that's all TC was doing, was shopping around, whether he was talking to BLK last year or 10 years ago up until today. Ain't nothing wrong with shopping yourself around. I don't see that.
So Drico, right? You say it wasn't nothing wrong with nothing that he was doing, right? That he was just going to BLK like, hey man, what y'all gonna do? Okay, I hear what you're saying, right?
Right.
But Who did he say that he wanted to fight with really, really bad? Or who is he trying to say like that he wanted to fight with?
Errol Spence.
Okay, so he's telling everybody that he wants the Errol Spence fight real bad, right?
Right.
So also he's in negotiations to get the Errol Spence fight.
Right.
But he never told Errol Spence, Al Haymon, or nobody from PBC that he was actually talking to BLK Prime also. He didn't tell them, but he told BLK, but he was going back to BLK Prime, telling them everything, trying to see what he can get out of them. So to me, if you want an Errol Spence fight very, very bad, wouldn't you be going to Al Haymon and the PBC telling them, look, BLK Prime, they over here telling me that they can do this and this. What can y'all do? But he didn't do that because he didn't really want the Errol Spence fight that bad. He was looking for a way out. Like I said,
he did do that, Key.
Hold on. Why would you choose to go tell BLK Prime everything that's going on between you and PBC to try to get more money or try to get them to make you an offer, but you ain't doing the same thing with PBC? You're not telling Al Haymon and Errol Spence nothing, and we know that for a fact. They had no idea Bud Crawford was negotiating with nobody else. So explain that to me. If Errol Spence is the one that he really, really wanted to fight, don't sound like it to me.
I disagree with that, Keon, because he did put them on notice about a third and even a fourth party that wanted to be involved in it, because he went back and he told them it's 25 million. I got two investors with 25 million that's on the table. So he was letting them know, hey, I'm talking to other investors and other people that's interested. I might slide. He also told
did he say that, or did you say he never told them nothing about they might slide? When you heard from Steven Espinoza, Errol Spence, and all of them, they said we were completely blindsided. We were completely blindsided. The 25 mil that he sat down and told Al Haymon about, right? Al Haymon was like, nah. He said it out here. Al Haymon was like, nah, I'm not letting nobody else have this fight, right?
Right. Absolutely.
He never said that he was negotiating with, and he said, I got two other investors, hedge fund investors, right?
Right.
That's not promotional companies. BLK Prime is a promotional company. He never told them that he was negotiating with another promotional company. Never once told them that he was talking to another promotional company.
Is he obligated to do that? When we really look at from the business point of view, see, now we can look back as fans and say, damn, that was kind of fucked up. He didn't tell them about such and such. But from a business point of view, he's not liable to tell them nothing, bro. And we have to be 100 about it and look at it like it is. He's not obligated to tell them nothing.
Well, he didn't really want to fight that bad then. If you're not right, he is not obligated to tell them nothing. You absolutely right. But my point is he didn't want to fight that bad. He didn't want to fight. If you shopping, trying to make some other shit happen, and they think that they all in on you, they're not coming up with a plan B or a plan C. But you got a plan motherfucking B, C, D. You're shopping to try to see what you can get, and you ain't telling them, and you're not even giving them a chance to counter offer. You ain't even giving them a chance to counter offer. So how can you make me believe that you want to fight? If you giving BLK, but you giving BLK Prime all of the chance in the world to give you a better, right? A better guarantee or whatever than PBC is giving you, right?
Right.
But you're not giving PBC a chance to give you a guarantee or a better deal than what these other people are telling you that they're going to give you. So who do you really want to fight with? It sounds like to me that he actually wanted BLK Prime to come up with a fight for him, not PBC. Make it make sense to me.
I don't think that I lost my train of thought. I don't think that was it though. Key, when he went to them and told them about the 25, he did give them time, bro. They was negotiating for what, 8 months, 9 months. So he did give PBC enough time, and all you can come up with was a zero guarantee on the back end of a net pay.
So hold on. I got this, Christopher. Let me get this.
I really want to cook on that 25 mil.
This between me and Drico right now.
Okay. All right.
I can get him on that 25 mil. You can get some too, Chris. I got some for everybody.
So, because he kind of cut it. Run that back what you just said.
I said he did. They negotiated for 8 months. So PBC had enough time to make offers, and all they could come up with was a zero guarantee on the back end of a net pay. No, bro.
Okay, so if that's the case, because me and you know, right? Drico, don't sit up here on this channel. I ain't gonna go deep into it. Me and you know, one of the first offers that they gave him had a guarantee, and it was a bigger guarantee than what he ever had got at Top Rank. That is a fact. But for some reason, that wasn't good enough for him. So, right? So when they kept going back and forth, they continued to go back and forth, and then they came up with a percentage. We don't know what the percentage was, right? People keep saying 35%. We never heard Bud Crawford say 35%. We never heard Steven Espinoza say that he was getting 35%, nor did we hear that from Errol Spence. All we heard is Steven Espinoza said that when we do a percentage, it's going to be closer to 50-50 than anything. We also heard your partner, his nephew, Travion Crawford, say, that's bullshit. My uncle would never accept a zero guarantee. My uncle would never accept that, right? Or he'll never accept no 35% with a zero guarantee. That's what he said. He said, my uncle would never accept a deal like a zero guarantee and 35%. Hell no. That's what his own nephew said. So whatever he accepted, right? You saying that, well, that's all they came up with is a zero guarantee. Well, didn't that man tell you that he agreed to it?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so what are we talking about if he said out of his own mouth that he agreed to it?
Well, he can agree to it now, but just because it's Al Haymon don't mean that he has to. He can change his mind, Key, and that's not against the law. So he can agree to it, and then at the end of the day, he looks over that contract or looks it over and say, "Wait a minute, something ain't right about this. Let me go and ask a couple questions." And that was stipulated by the
also, right? Also, they ran with the narrative, right? That we agreed to everything. We waiting on Errol Spence. That was what was going around. We agreed to everything. We waiting on Errol Spence. We agreed to everything. So what happened? We agreed to everything. What happened?
He just changed his mind. But Key, I want to beg to differ with you on the money. When you said that what PBC offered him was the most money he ever made, it really wasn't, because what they offered him was $14 million for 3 fights, and you know that he was getting $6 million over there at Top Rank.
He was getting 3.5. Stop that.
Hold on.
He was making more money over there, Coach.
No, they offered him $14 million guaranteed.
Yeah, for 3 fights. For 3 fights, right?
Yeah, so that was his guarantee purse. That's not counting what he was gonna make on the back end. You see what I'm saying? And he was only making 3.5 million guaranteed with Top Rank. The most money he ever made was in the Sean Porter fight.
Absolutely.
And we know that because we seen the lawsuit that gave us all the receipts of what he was making.
Absolutely. But you are correct when you say the most.
Right. Hold on.
Yeah.
So 14 million for 3 fights. Is that not the biggest guarantee that he would have ever made?
You were correct when you said that, but that ain't no money.
That's all I'm asking.
Right.
So let's not act like that. So we're not going to sit up here and act like that they didn't already had offered him a contract with guaranteed money, right? And he turned it down. Also, he turned it down, and his excuse was he didn't want to be signed for 3 fights, right?
Right.
That was his excuse. But he also told you he wanted to fight Keith Thurman. He also told you he wanted to fight Errol Spence. He also told you that he wants to fight Jermell Charlo. Last time I checked, all of those fighters are under PBC. So if you want to fight if you want to fight all PBC fighters, why are you refusing to sign a 3-fight contract with PBC? Everybody you want to fight that you claim you want to fight are PBC fighters.
That was
sucker money. I'm saying? Also, hold on, and then I'm gonna let you go, right?
Okay.
So all those fighters are under PBC. You also are asking Al Haymon a million fucking questions, right? Doing the Errol Spence negotiations, right? You're trying to get all this information out of Al Haymon. Al Haymon is not obligated to fucking talk to tell you shit more than this is what we offering you. You can either take it or leave it. But you basically wanted Al Haymon to advise you. You wanted to ask him all this motherfucking information, but you didn't want to hire Al Haymon as your advisor. You didn't want to have nothing to do with him, right? That's why when he did that interview that I just played, they asked him the same question. Well, why didn't you just go with Al Haymon and hire him? You go ahead and go.
No, Key, I was basically just attacking that it's not bad business for him to walk out. It's not bad business for TC to change his mind. It's not. Now, as a man, or something like me and Monty was saying, as a man, you cut out.
You cut out, Drico. He cut out.
His mic couldn't take all the bullshit.
Huh?
I said his microphone couldn't take all the bullshit.
Not only that, I see what Scotty. Hold on, let me.
That was a bullshit overload right there.
I mean, tell me where I told a lie at.
I don't know where you getting at. He even said it. They was acting. It was a TikTok acting fucking job, and y'all sit there and gonna run with that. You gonna
Coach,
really?
I wouldn't even address that shit. No
that nigga moved that goalpost from one end zone to the damn 50-yard line.
We're not even finna address that shit no more, bro. Coach, we're not even gonna.
Not only that, but
let me read this super chat. Real quick. My man Jay Squiz says, let's not forget that Bud is on video saying that money don't matter because he's confident in his abilities. Yeah, I ain't even bring that up, right? We ain't even get that far.
We ain't even got close to that yet.
We ain't even got that far.
Yeah, Key, remember he said, like you brought up, they said that they accepted the offer. They came out and said they accepted the offer, and Errol Spence was nowhere to be found. He don't want to fight. That came from their mouth.
From their mouth.
From their mouth. They said we accepted everything, and Errol Spence is nowhere to be found. He don't want to fight.
How the fuck you don't want the fight? It's coming from his side.
Right.
You don't think Earl shit is lined up if they give you an offer? Nigga, it's coming from his side. And when people say that shit, that's the most ignorant shit I ever heard.
Exactly.
How the fuck it's coming from Errol Spence? So you don't think they got his fucking percentages already lined up? All that shit is done. It's coming from his side.
He can't do the blood sign. Until you sign, Earl can't move. So what are you waiting on Earl for?
But if this guy's entering they try, like he said, they try to get this man a guarantee for multiple fights. He got something against Al. He don't want to do that. So they work something out for the number that he wanted to get. They work something out so he could be his own, quote unquote, like you say, boss and promoter. And he's crying about a guarantee. So I'm confused because I've never seen a promoter get a guarantee. So if he's getting a cut of the fight, he would, and he's his own promoter, his own boss, because he's not coming to the table with a promoter. He would give himself his own guarantee. So this guy just made a whole bunch of bullshit up just so he could keep a narrative going and duck a fight. And my personal belief is the dude just he wanted a tune-up. I believe Bomac saw what happened to Ugas, and Terence wasn't in the ring for a year, which was his fucking fault. And they didn't want to go into that fight with him not being in the ring and having ring rust like that, and they wanted to get a tune-up. And that's what they did.
Drico, text me your email. Drico.
Yeah, he done cut Bomac out the picture though.
Let me read these super chats real quick. Let me get these super chats. Let me read these super chats. My man Zenith 360 in the super chat. He says they said PBC didn't want to fight because they weren't transparent. But we found out they were legally obligated by the Ali Act, so that was a lie. So don't Bud not being transparent mean he didn't want to fight? Exactly, he didn't want to fight. I just proved that clearly that he didn't want to fight like that. He wanted a fight, but he didn't necessarily want that fight. Now, he was shopping himself to get a fight, to get a payday. But he didn't want that one, though. My man Crump Juice says, when did Bud fans become his advisor, attorney, manager, supervisor, insurance broker, medical doctor, and matchmaker? Damn, Bud got a big team. Real talk. And salute to Zenith 360 and my man Crunk Juice.
Man, what get me about the whole fucking situation is, dude, you sit here and people can't see the fucking writing on the wall, bro. That shit is unbelievable to me, bro. That shit is unbelievable. You fucking take
Coach,
and with
none
of the Bud fans can answer this one fucking question that I put to on a nigga on the phone that I'm gonna have him and Keon knock out. I'll call you because he want to debate, so I'm gonna hook that up with him and Keon.
Who?
How in
what happened?
You remember when I told you I was gonna remember the dude that we was talking to on the phone, and I told him, you know, and you was like, bro, you don't want to do that, and I was like, I'm gonna hook it up. Yeah, he's still he
definitely don't want to smoke, but
yeah,
hey, don't tell him nothing. Just
he a Bud fanatic. So anyway, my whole point of the whole fucking thing is, none of these niggas can answer this one question. Forget about the money. Forget about all of that. Nigga, why did he pick a nigga like David Avanesyan? Why he not fighting a top fighter if you gonna fucking fight? You supposed to be this fucking badass dude. Why you fucking fighting a dude when you could have went and fought a top name? You could have fought a top name in boxing.
He don't want to pull a fair herd.
We saw what Boost say, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, bro. He gonna probably beat the shit out of this dude, right?
Yep.
But if he get fucking caught with that fucking punch and get hurt or knocked out or whatever, nigga, I'm gonna laugh till my fucking balls.
Ain't no probably to it, man. Terence Bud Crawford gonna beat the living.
Yeah, he gonna beat the shit out of
goddamn David.
He ain't going out like Jerry Hurd went out.
But if he do, because this is boxing, and you can get caught with some shit. If he do, nigga, I'm gonna shake in my balls at
I would love it.
I promise you.
All I know is this.
Christopher Schaefer in the super chat said, Keon, can I get a link? Got pushed out. Yeah, man. See that I don't be wanting to drop it in the chat like that right now, man. But I'm gonna drop it in the chat. This for Christopher Schaefer. Don't nobody else grab the link, but you.
Bro, the truth came out, bro. You can't hide the truth, bro. And
truth always gonna come out.
And me and Keon talk behind the scenes, and I'm not gonna say what I told him, but it ain't just lying on his part either, bro. It's a lot of bullshit that done went down, bro. And I'm fucking pissed off about that shit. Because one thing I don't like, bro, and I told Keon on the phone, I don't like a liar and I hate a thief, bro. That shit aggravate me more than anything, bro.
And fake news. You got people coming out going at the PBC every day. That you know, motherfuckers that was actually I ain't about to get into it, but it's a lot of damn hate and shit going on against the PBC and Al Haymon and them. But they talking about we supposed to support black businesses. Like, damn, PBC black. BLK ain't even owned by a black person. It's really owned by a Caucasian. You got black people that work for them, but the initial fund owner is a Caucasian. If people want to be real about the situation. But yeah, it's a lot of false prophets.
That comment funny as hell right there. Oh shit.
Man, look, this what it is. This what I know, man. At the end of the day, I know the man came out and said he was talking to them since June. As Keon pointed out in his video, did a great job. dropping the content. We all got content coming on there. He said he been talking to him since June. Then he tried to tell him that we wasn't really negotiating, no. We were just trying to get to know each other, bro. Like, and niggas is still running around here talking about, man, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't really negotiating. So was they dating? What you mean you were just trying to get to know them, bro? So he says that shit. He says he was talking to the PBC in May and then talking to BLK Prime in June. So that's a red flag right there, bro. Like, I understand the whole thing with you trying to have, like, not put all your eggs in one basket. We all understand that, bro. That's good business. But what's bad business is not telling people and using that shit as leverage. Like, why not tell them that you got some other shit going on? Maybe they do offer you more money. Maybe they do try to make it for you. But by not telling them, your ass was the definition of negotiating in bad faith, which means you were negotiating the deal with no intention of actually trying to come to a deal, bro. Exactly. And then you admitted when you and Earl were going back and forth, you admitted that they agreed to everything that you were asking for. Earl said, we agreed to everything. We agreed to everything. And Terrence's response was, but when did y'all agree? But when you asked that question, you admit that they agreed. So at the end of the day, bro, you out here exposing yourself. And so he just needs to stop talking. Like, bro, if you gonna talk, just go ahead and promote your little fight with Avanesyan, bro. Talk about how tough on it. Go ahead and sell that shit. Go ahead and try to talk about that fight, bro. Quit trying to save face, because if this man come out here and talk and open his mouth to try to do some publicity, the IG live, that shit went horrible. This shit that he just did with the boxing show, that shit went horrible. Going back and forth with Earl, that shit went horrible, bro. He just out here looking bad. He need to shut the hell up, dog, and just get ready for his fight, bro. That's all.
Terence Crawford just a horrible guy, huh?
Yep. Nah, he's just so smart. He dumb.
Nah, Drico, that's not what I'm saying, bro. Like, where did I say that, bro?
You just said it about 5 times.
He didn't say that, bro. He said,
when did I call him a horrible guy, bro? Like, what?
You said.
I'll say it. You said everything. Like him is a horrible guy.
But Drico the bro, bro. Let us talk. When did I say that, Drico?
You said everything around him is just horrible. He's horrible negotiations. It's horrible the way
I didn't say anything about horrible negotiations, bro.
So, I didn't say that. How many times you use horrible?
Draco,
I didn't say horrible like, at all, bro.
Draco, now
yeah,
I just want you to see the light here. Let's just answer.
I just want y'all to know y'all the most emotional panel.
Draco, which lie did I tell? What lie did I tell, bro? When I was talking just now, what lie did I tell, bro?
You didn't. That's your opinion. Okay, so you gave an opinion.
If I'm telling the truth, if everything I'm saying is truthful, then what are we talking about?
It's your opinion.
No, it's not.
You talking about
no. Listen, okay, I'm gonna start talking, Draco.
Horrible is a choice. Horrible is a choice of words, bro. So that's an opinion-based word.
I got you, bro. I want to have an exercise with you. I'm going to start now, and when I tell a lie or when I state an opinion, tell me that I'm stating an opinion and tell me that it's not a fact and tell me that it's not true. I'm gonna start talking right now. Tell me when I say something that's not true.
Okay.
Terence Crawford said that he was talking to BLK Prime back in June, and as a matter of fact, he actually was talking to them before that. Terence Crawford said that he agreed to everything in order to make the fight happen. Terence Crawford said he agreed to everything while asking for more shit. Terence Crawford said he agreed to everything while fighting a whole nother opponent. Terence Crawford said that the hold up to the fight was transparency. Terence Crawford admitted that Errol Spence's side gave him everything that he wanted. When Errol Spence told Terence Crawford, if I'm trying to post the draft that we sent you on August 24th, Terence Crawford did not post that draft.
Got him.
Terence Crawford, when Errol Spence said, you shit that we already agreed to 3 times in the first contract, Terence Crawford did not respond.
All facts.
You done now?
That's all facts.
And I stipulate. Listen,
stop right there.
A6. I stipulate to all of that, and now I'm gonna ask you one question. You asked me about 6, right? Is what?
No, I didn't ask any questions. I just stated a bunch of facts, but I'll answer your question. Go ahead.
Okay, all of them facts. You tell me is just a fact. Out of all that, what you said, did Terence Crawford break a law? Did he do anything wrong on any occasion that you could consider you could take him to court and win a case against him for doing anything, any of those facts that you just stated?
No, he did not break a law.
Okay, then.
No
Next
one is
subject.
accusing him of breaking the law.
Yeah, but
But that don't mean
gotta
he didn't do anything
Next
wrong.
subject.
real quick.
Next subject.
We gotta stop with that because see,
But
you
there's
the main
Actually,
hold on,
something
now. You the main person
crazy,
over
bro.
the last 4 years coming on the show we used to do together, stating that Errol Spence ducked Terence Crawford for reasons that you right now are trying to state that isn't a law or didn't do anything to take anyone to court for. So you got to keep the same energy when it comes to Terence Crawford, because because the definition of a duck is when somebody gets a contract and they turn that contract and that fight down. When Keith Thurman was being accused of ducking Errol Spence, Keith Thurman said a contract never came across my desk. Terence Crawford had a contract come across his desk. The man prolonged the contract. He was negotiating with someone else the whole time he was negotiating, and then he went and fought someone who's ranked number 6 in his sanctioned body. He's fighting somebody that Lamont Peterson walked down. The same guy, hold on, the same Lamont Peterson that you guys discredited Errol Spence for fighting. Now, he beat Lamont Peterson, walked down David Avanesyan the fight before Errol Spence beat him, but you guys said that he's old, right? So we're trying to figure out at what point that you guys are going to take some accountability for Terence Crawford going into his 39th fight and not and having possibly only one Hall of Famer in Sean Porter on his resume, because he had the opportunity to fight Boots. Boots still don't have no opponent. This is 2 times in a row he could have fought Boots, who's number 2 in his own sanctioning body. But this guy continues to fight ducks and people that he know that he could beat. And then you guys want to sit behind him and wave the pom-poms and say he the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, but he don't fight nobody. So if Terence Crawford is not a duck, then everything you've been saying for the last 4 years has been capped, because we're going by the same standard that you went by.
Now let me get this super chat in. Hold on, y'all. Let me get these super chats here real quick. My man Zenith360 says Bud made a fool out of them, delusional, their only choice. And salute to my man Zenith360 once again. And then once again, Zenith is back. He says no one said he broke a law. KO proved he ducked. I think me and KO, we both proved that he ducked, and he didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight with Errol Spence like that.
Hey, Key, the homie Detail the Truth is asking for the link in the chat, bro. I've been on a few panels with him. He cool if you want to drop it for him. He kind of more on the Terence Crawford side, but he cool, bro. Just in case.
Hey, another thing that they said.
Tell him you gotta. I'm not gonna drop the link in the chat. Do you got his email? If you got his email,
nah, I ain't got it. I ain't got his email. If you wanna, if you wanna hop up, bro, I need your email and I can send it to you. He ain't gonna drop it in the chat for you.
But I got something, right? You say he ain't break no law, right? He can still he can still be penalized in civil court.
What?
Let me tell you why. Oh no, if they really wanted to push the issue, they could take him to civil court and put a lien on him, because actually he negotiated in bad faith. He used up a person's time, and people's time is money. Actually, look it up. Now they can argue the fact that he wasted their time, and wasting the person's time when you have a verbal agreement is actually causes to go to a civil court. If they was petty, they could take him in there and sue him for waste of time, verbal agreements, and everything like that. So don't say that.
I doubt that, bro. I really do. I doubt it, because it's all in good faith as far as negotiation.
I mean,
I can back out. I can back out on the 12th hour, bro. As long as my signature not on there, I can back out.
Do we want the fight, or we want to talk about whether or not we can take him to court?
No. Now listen, I want the fight, bro. But y'all real emotional about this. Y'all got too much emotion that's going on about that. Look at it. Nobody got. Y'all too emotional
Come on, you know we
about the situation.
What have I said?
We all know.
I gave you that emotional at all,
We
bro.
all know. We all know he bagged out. Okay, we all want to see the fight. We know that for some reason, Terence Crawford, the negotiations broke down. Terence Crawford went over here and got this one. We all want to see it, but to call him a duck, I don't know if neither one of them is can be called a duck in this situation.
If Earl announced some shit like this, he would be a duck, bro. Like if Earl was announcing this shit, bro, I'd be on his helmet just the same. That shit would be a duck, bro. He look like Drico. He literally like we beyond the whole size. Hold on, Drake. Drake, hold on, bro. We beyond the whole size of the street shit. This person at Top Rank, this person at PBC. We literally dealing with a man, bro, that had paperwork in front of him. He had paperwork in front of him. I can take this blue pen right here and I can sign the fight Spence. Or I can take this black pen over here and I can sign the fight Avanesyan. Bro, with both of them in front of him, he chose to fight Avanesyan, bro.
I think the money wasn't right, man. The money wasn't right. I wouldn't, bro. Would y'all fight on some imaginary ass back end money?
Listen.
Come on, bro.
First of all,
it's not even guaranteed, Kwame.
First of all, hold on a second. First of all,
Drico, that's how bosses. Drico, that's how bosses get paid, though. Drico, bosses get paid last.
No, I wouldn't trust that, bro. I wouldn't trust that.
Right? Hold on, y'all.
Hey, King, let me cook real quick, and I gotta get out of here.
Get in here for a second, because he ain't
man.
to talk.
I'm gonna cook real quick on this 25 mil, and I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta take my boys to get their haircut. Pete, you saying he had two investors, at 25 or $50 million that they were gonna guarantee both fighters 25 million. Correct, Drico?
I know that for a fact.
That's a fact. Okay, Pete. You take it to Errol. He say, "Well, I got to talk to Al," so you go directly to Al. Correct?
Correct.
Al say, "I'm not letting nobody touch this fight." First of all, why not? Why would you give 20% of your back end to a hedge fund company when you can wait 36 minutes after the fight and get the whole bag? That's
not
thing.
Guaranteed. That's not guaranteed money.
All right. Everybody. No. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Everybody was talking about when it was rumored that Terence Crawford wanted $20 million up front. Everybody said, give him what he wants because this fight is going to do numbers. They was talking $100 million. So I'm going to use that number, $100 million. So $50 million put up front by the hedge fund. They get their money back. $50 million left. It's $10 million that you got to get a hedge fund company out of the back end. That's $10 million, 20%.
No, they was getting 20. The hedge fund was getting 80.
No,
the hedge fund was getting 80. Oh, it just got worse then.
Yeah, because
they
bought the fight. If
the hedge fund was getting 80, it just got worse.
How it get worse when you got 25 million guaranteed up front instead of the back end money?
Drico, if they get their money back, which means they got their 50 million, instead of giving them 80% of the back end, why don't you keep the back end for yourself?
The back end ain't guaranteed, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If the back end is nothing about what PBC was doing was guaranteed. They had zero guarantee, bro. Y'all don't understand what zero is? Zero guarantee on the back end.
Okay, so either way, it just got worse. But either way, they turned it down, right?
Right.
They turned it down. Why didn't he do it for himself to take the fight? Because he went for it. Listen. That's a hedge fund company. They want in. Why didn't he take $25 million up front from the hedge fund company?
For what?
For the same reason he wanted Errol in with him. All he had to do was say,
Avanesyan is a whole different fight, bro.
He can do that. You talking to a businessman. He can do
Avanesyan
that.
is a whole different fight, bro. A whole different caliber.
I'm not talking about Avanesyan. I'm not talking about Avanesyan. He could have got the hedge fund company to put his $25 million up front and then take 80% of his back end. He could have did that. He could have did that.
Wasn't that shot down by Al?
Fight right now. we wouldn't have a fight right now.
Wasn't that shot down by Al when he said he didn't want nobody?
No. He can leverage his own money.
Listen, I'm gonna
He
tell
can
y'all
leverage his
something.
own money, bro.
I don't know the details. I don't know the
His own
details.
tape.
I don't know the details about that, but I know what zero mean, and I also know that he had that money. And the hedge fund that he's talking about, and the people that he was talking about, and Kwame kind of got a leak to this the other day.
If he had that money, you don't think if they could give up 50 million? Hold on,
my brother.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you on that. My thing is, if they can give up 50 million, they can damn sure give up 25.
I mean,
and all he had to do was say, hey, well, I'll take the 25 million up front, and I'll sign with them for no upfront money, like he said he was gonna do. Sign with them for no upfront money. Y'all get y'all money on the back end, and then we split his back end.
If though, brother.
80-20.
That's an if.
Ain't no ifs. There's no if.
It didn't happen, so you can't.
They putting up 25 million for him. He could have still took his 25 million.
Okay, but he didn't. So what do we?
Exactly, because he's a duck.
He didn't. So what we even talking about that for, bro? He had the money. Listen, the investors. If I call the investors' names, y'all gonna drop y'all jaws right now because it's obvious and it's in the face.
It don't matter who the investors are. It don't matter. Call them. It don't
PBC
matter.
is a hedge fund.
It don't matter. He had the 25 million he wanted up front in his pocket, but he didn't take it. You know why? Because he didn't want to fight.
I guess not.
Period.
He went to Avanesyan. I'm not sticking up for. Listen, I'm not sticking up for the move. I'm just telling y'all. Hey, listen, man. There's nothing wrong with him turning his back on this fight, bro. There's nothing wrong with him turning his back.
He's a duck then. But what are we arguing about?
He'll be a duck then. But ain't nothing wrong with him.
All right, man. I gotta bounce, man. I gotta take my kids to get their haircut.
Let me get through these.
Peace, King. Y'all, peace to the channel, man. Peace, King. Y'all be easy, man.
Yes, sir. My man, let me get through these super chats. My man, Real Dude Uprising in the super chat. Appreciate you. He said, you can't suffer civil cases over good faith agreements that have no contracts. A free agent can stir multiple deals at once with impunity, when there's no contract. Impunity. I can't pronounce it. Impunity. I think is what it said. But Jen Rye Jr. 33 says fight's not happening, and that's a shame. Bottom line, Crawford has 1 belt, Spence 3 belts, and has done all the heavy lifting. In my opinion, Bud wasted money, Bud wanted money, not legacy. Yeah, that's exactly what he wanted. Bob Arum said that. He wanted the money. He didn't give a fuck about who he was fighting.
I can agree with that. I agree with that.
And then my man Zenith 360 back in the super chat, he says back end money is guaranteed.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not guaranteed, bro. Listen,
hold on, Drico. If they tell you that, okay, we're gonna give you whatever percentage of the back end, that's guaranteed. They have to pay you that. That's guaranteed. Bro, if they promise you
they didn't guarantee
of back end, right? That is guaranteed.
Keon, there's no guarantee. There was no guarantee. So y'all can't say it was a guarantee without a guarantee. Y'all can't say that. See, and what that means is let me break this down to y'all. It's no guarantee on the net means that basically the fighters, they assume liability as a promoter, which means everything can be taken out. So yeah, that 35%, they can say, I'll give you 35%, but guess what? You got to pay for the lawyers out of this net pay. You got to pay for napkins. You got to pay for dinner. You got to pay for our time. You got to do this. So
that's false.
That's true. That's true.
They take that stuff. No, they take that stuff out the gross.
No, Kwame.
Listen, when they take, he's getting off.
Look that up, y'all, in the chat. Look that up on the panel.
Let me get through these super chats. My man Kirk McCall says communication is business. In business is very important. You can't just go out the back door on somebody. Believe you all in when somebody believe you all in. You
Not
can't. I
only
mean, you
that.
can't do that.
That's
And
bad
then my man
business.
Crunk Juice
Rico.
says, I was arguing with a clown after I graduated from Harvard on the side of the road, and a woman passed by and said, "Look at those two clowns arguing." And salute to my man Crunk Juice and Kurt McCall.
Draco, listen to
what?
this, Draco. We talked to Rachel, right? We
Uh-huh.
talked to Rachel. Rachel,
Janelle.
we talked to her, okay?
Right.
Now, if all he had to do was this, all Bud had to do was put this in a contract. I'm not paying. Y'all pay for this. Y'all pay for that. Y'all pay for the percentages of napkins, all that bullshit, and give me the fucking I want the percentage of the fucking the gross. He could have put that in there.
He
didn't do
did.
that.
He did, Coach.
No,
That's what he asked
no.
for. No, Coach. He asked for transparency.
What-
Hold on. The
Go ahead.
transparency Bud Crawford asked for wasn't the Ali Act portion. It was the transparency was about what expenses or market expenses that Al Haymon was going to spend leading up to the fight and marketing the fight. He wanted transparency to see that they didn't do like charge $10,000 for towels or napkins, and they gave that to him.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they
Yes,
did.
Where does it
Yes,
say
they
that they
did.
gave him that
Errol Spence
transparency
said
at?
Yes, they did. Yes, they
Oh
did.
no,
Yes,
bro.
they did.
Everything
He was
he wanted.
confronted. He was confronted.
No.
He was listen. He was confronted. It don't matter what you say. He was
I
confronted
know
by
what
Errol Spence.
happened.
He was confronted by Errol Spence in front of the world while he was talking shit on Twitter, and when all these things came
Bro.
out about him
And
getting
Errol Spence
transparency,
said, "Show the draft."
he never denied it. He never denied it.
And
he asked
said,
to show the draft. He said to show the draft. And on top of it, Terence Crawford was the one who was the first one to say, let's put everything out in public. And when Earl said show the draft, he didn't show the draft. The transparency, what he was stating was, okay, I don't want my net to get robbed by you guys charging us like ridiculous amounts for stupid stuff. So I want to have say so on and write off on what you guys spend so I could protect what I'm getting on the end. They gave him the transparency. So, and on top of it, and this is how you know they gave him the transparency, because they went a step further and said, now we want to agree that the money goes into a specific account where all parties have to agree before it's touched. So you wouldn't set that up without getting what you want with the transparency. Let's just keep it 100.
The transparency part wasn't that though. The transparency part was when the minute that he got that term sheet and it said that it was on the net, they switched it from the gross to the net. That's when he said, okay, wait a minute. If I agree to this, that's when the red flags went up. If I agree to this net pay, you got to open the books for me. That's when the breakdown happens. And because when you're dealing with the net, that means that you are responsible for all expenses. Expenses.
Hold on. What they stated,
and it also opens you up for liability as a promoter entity, and that's what really makes you incur all the expenses
So here's a question. Hold on one second, Coach. So here's a question, right? Screw the percentages, right?
Right.
So that means that both sides will be equally liable for all those costs. Both sides would see. That's where y'all fuck up, because the same shit. Hold on. The same shit that you said. Hold on a second.
He emotional, man.
The same shit that y'all saying that he could have possibly got robbed by is the same kind of cuts that would have had to come out the other side too. Because
how would he know, bro?
Emotional.
How would he know if Errol Spence is the he even said it. TC said it. He said Earl is home cooking.
Bro, it's quite
Earl is home cooking. I know.
It's quite simple, Drico. When you get a paycheck, if you work a 9 to 5, you get a paycheck at the end of a week or 2 weeks, you see your gross pay and you see your net pay. And when you look at your net pay, there's an itemized deductions of everything that was taken out, and that's how we got to your net. So when you keep trying to tell us that his net pay was going to have to take out a whole bunch of cuts, that's what gross is for. Therefore, this is why he wanted transparency, because he wanted to make sure that there wasn't egregious spending in the gross, because once they take all that egregious spending in the gross, he gets a smaller net.
That's wrong, Kwame. That's wrong.
That's
wrong.
Hold on. Kwame, hold on. Let me get through these super chats real quick.
Yeah.
My man Zen360 back in the super chat. He said the guarantee Bud talking about is upfront money.
That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. And then my man Mac World Media. What's happening with it, Mac World? He says TC said he don't need EJ for legacy. What fight at 147 did Bud need? Not a single one. We need to stop acting like Bud ever wanted undisputed at 147. And it's funny that you bring that up, Mac World Media, because you never even hear him talking about being undisputed at 147. He never even mentions that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's true. But then it got nothing to do with this gross in his net here, though. But that's true.
Hold on. And then my
Rico,
man,
that don't even sound right. What
my
you
man, hold on. My man,
I don't care if his names don't sound right, coach. It's right.
Let me get this super chat. My man Zenith 360 says fighters get 90% of the pay-per-view sales. Steven Espinoza. He said that's a quote by Steven Espinoza. 90%. Then my man, Real Dude Uprising back in the super chat. He says a purse bid is in full, not just for one corner, bro. And salute to the Real Dude Uprising once again. And then my man Post Up says Errol stated that they agreed to the transparency and the ability for TBC, Terence Bud Crawford, to sign off on things. Yeah, they said they agreed on everything.
And he never denied it.
He never denied
that. So, like I said before, you know, to me, my opinion, because we all just have opinions, except for all the plethora of facts. But my opinion is they didn't want to go into the biggest fight without getting a tune-up, because that man took off from last November, and that's why they wanted to get another fight, because there was too much on the line. And Errol Spence just came off of a spectacular win. And Bomac saw what happened to Ugas, and they didn't want to throw him in there. They didn't want to throw that man in there without him at least getting a warm-up, and that's why they took such a short touch, a soft touch.
What's wrong with the tune-up, bro?
Why you got a soft touch? You know what's wrong with a tune-up.
The only thing
what's wrong with a tune-up, bro?
What's wrong with a tune-up, nigga?
What I'm gonna say.
Danny Garcia was a tune-up.
No, you are in negotiations. You are wait. This nigga, you are in negotiations with a fucking fighter who to be undisputed. Nigga, stop that bullshit. Draco, you was fucking excited about this shit about to happen like everybody else.
I am still excited,
so
bro.
Don't sit here and fucking say what's wrong with a tune-up. Nigga, you are in negotiations and you
just saying
them fucking people. Nigga,
we gotta deal with what's in front of us, coach. Ain't nothing we can do about it now. The fight is happening.
You still ain't understanding what I'm saying.
Don't make an excuse for don't make
no
an excuse
I ain't
for it
making
like
no,
it's okay. So
listen, I'm not making no excuses. It is what it is now. We can't change it. So hey, what's wrong with the tune-up? As long as they fight, bro.
Okay, so I got a question for you, Draco. So,
why you picked David Avanesyan?
Yeah. Let me ask this question real quick, coach.
Shit, why do the sun rise? I don't know.
Because you're a big duckaholic, that's why.
So Errol Spence is on record after car accidents to touch retinas and saying he don't take tune-ups, he don't need tune-ups. You right now are stating that it's okay to take a tune-up, right? So by Terence Crawford, by you agreeing that it's okay for Terence Crawford to take a tune-up, does that make him a higher ranked fighter than Errol Spence?
Shit, it's the same to me. Whether you get a tune-up, all of them took tune-ups. Julian Jackson took a tune-up before
Errol
you fought.
Spence didn't take no tune-up.
He didn't take no tune-up.
Man, so what? That's Errol Spence. So I don't care if Errol Spence had a tune-up or not.
Garcia, a top 5 fighter in the motherfucking division.
Coach,
not only that, he just came off a car accident.
So Terence Crawford,
bro. Your man's a bitch, bro.
See, that's emotional, coach. You're being emotional.
I'm emotional because they're a bitch ass nigga. Yeah, I'm emotional.
You're emotional, coach.
What's the point?
You talking soprano? You talk the bass, then left your voice.
Show that your man is a fucking lying motherfucker. Number one, he's a liar. Number one, I don't fuck with lying niggas. I don't fuck with liars, and I don't fuck with thieves, nigga. I don't like that shit. Don't lie to me. If you gonna fucking say you gonna get a tune-up, but you gonna be going on behind you in negotiation for the fucking fight of a lifetime, the biggest fight in boxing. You in negotiation,
right?
And then you walk away from that to go fight a motherfucker that nobody know. Come on, bro, stop that bullshit, bro. He ducked.
I just said, well, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it, coach. I don't agree with it, y'all. What more can I say?
So he
But
a duck.
it
Just that
happened.
Nick Rod Crawford was a duck.
If you consider it a duck, I can't say that he's not a duck. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, fucking
I mean,
duck.
it is what it is. But
Okay.
I got TC not stopping Earl in round 9, though.
Nigga, he ain't fighting Earl. He fighting David Avanesyan, nigga. He ain't fighting
Well,
Earl.
he's stopping Amnesia too, and he's stopping Earl in 9.
He ain't fighting Earl. He fighting David Avanesyan, a motherfucker that nobody know that nobody want to see. And
you right. I don't want to see it.
And guess what? BLK Prime, y'all can fucking see I said it. I don't give a fuck. Right now, they're gonna fucking lose money. And guess what? They ain't fucking paying no fucking $10 million.
Coach, why do y'all hate this man so much? Now, y'all, listen,
I don't hate
y'all dooming BLK Prime. Y'all dooming everything Terence Crawford touch. Come on, man. I want Errol Spence to win.
You know why?
I want Errol Spence to win.
Fan, Drico. I'm not a Terence Crawford fan, and I'm not a fucking Errol Spence fan. I am a boxing fan. I wanted to see the best fight in boxing, but instead I get David Avanesyan, bro. Stop.
Well,
bro.
you got more faith than PBC got in Errol Spence, because they didn't put no money up front for even Errol Spence. They didn't even guarantee him. So that shows you how much faith they got in him.
Fight in boxing, they're gonna make way more money.
I say this, man.
Bro, do y'all understand what zero guarantee is, bro?
You're the same guy that was out here yelling and screaming about how the fight was a $250 million fight.
Absolutely was.
All right, you would have said, listen, we was on the same show. And
get that business straight.
And I stated that I didn't think the fight was going to do that well. And you stated this is easily a $250 million fight. So if it's a $250 million fight,
you're gonna take 3.5.
Right. Hold on a second. Right. If it's a $250 million fight, and let's just say, and that's what the fight grosses, and let's just say they deduct $150 million. We being like heavy on that, and it's only $100 million that's left in the net. Well, if Terence Crawford is getting 35%, I'm just making up a number. I'm not saying that's what he's getting, but that would be more on the lower end, right? If he's getting 35%. Of $100 million, that's $35 million. What the fuck does he need a guarantee for? This guy,
bro, because it's not guaranteed.
His biggest purse, this guy's biggest purse was with Sean Porter at $6 million. My man, six times 6 is 36. That means he'd be making 600% growth on his biggest purse ever. With this alleged no guarantee.
That's not guaranteed. So he'll have the biggest purse ever, not guaranteed money. So you're right.
Drico, what are you talking about, Drico?
It's not guaranteed, coach. That's what I'm talking about.
No, it's not. It's an upfront guarantee. You're perverting the situation.
What? Okay, hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. What does zero guarantee mean?
Zero guarantee means that you're not getting an upfront guarantee, like when we look at
it means you're not getting no guarantee. You're not getting no guarantee.
We're not.
Drico, cut the bullshit, Drico.
That's bullshit.
You're not getting
that's the truth. That's the truth. No, I'm mad. Listen, I'm upset too at them not fighting, bro. Let's get this together right quick. I'm upset too that they're not fighting. But one thing we gonna know, we're not gonna sit up here and say that it was a guarantee on a non-guarantee. We're not gonna do that, bro. We're not gonna do that.
Listen,
sounded pretty emotional.
I am emotional. God damn it.
Hold on. If it's in a contract that someone gets 65% of the net and someone gets 35% of the net, then that's in the contract. That's a guarantee that you're going to get paid that percentage. So you can't use this no guarantee. Hold on a second.
So was Earl lying? Was Earl lying when he said I didn't have a guarantee either?
The only an upfront
That's
guarantee.
Upfront guarantee.
The guarantees that
oh my God.
Hold on, coach. The guarantees that everyone's talking about is the same guarantees that same Bud fans was using before to say that Bud was making more money than Errol Spence. You guys were laughing and saying, "Oh, look, with Ugas, he's only getting a 1.5 million guarantee, and Bud is getting a $6 million guarantee."
Y'all just arguing with me. Y'all arguing with me that no guarantee is a guarantee.
Drico, listen.
This is what y'all saying.
Draco,
Listen at y'all, bro.
Draco, I'm explaining it to you so you can understand. I know
No,
you ain't
coach,
go
you
past.
can't
You
tell
my
me
nigga,
that
but I
a
know you
no
ain't go past
guarantee
step 3.
means a guarantee.
Listen,
You
Draco.
can't tell me that,
No
bro.
one said that.
Draco.
That's what y'all saying.
Draco,
No
listen.
upfront money.
Listen,
You
Draco.
can read it. It's easy.
Listen.
So
A
Earl
guarantee.
lied when he said it wasn't no guarantee.
Draco.
He
Earl
said
lied.
no upfront guarantee.
No, he
Draco.
didn't. He said I didn't get a guarantee either.
What means
Bud
Draco,
upfront
that
fancy
means
guarantee?
rational.
upfront money. Listen, Draco, let me explain it to
It
you.
what? He didn't say nothing
Let me
about upfront.
explain.
See, here y'all go again. Here y'all go
Draco.
again.
Here
Draco,
go these
you know
Bud
Okay,
how
let me
fans.
get to
Here y'all
yo,
go
yo,
again.
hold on. I gotta get to these super chats.
Yeah.
My man Zenith 360 says, Bud, he said Bud could have taken the tune up in July or August. That's a fact. He didn't want one. They tried to get him to fight Keith Thurman. He didn't want to.
Okay.
Hold on.
Now
Then
he
my
picked
man Thomas Bowman in here with the super sticker. I appreciate you. Salute to everybody that's
Draco.
supporting the channel. Let me scroll. I think I missed a few. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a couple more.
Draco.
Let me get to the rest of these super chats and then I'm gonna let y'all.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me say, Draco, just let me say something.
Oh, hold on real
try to
quick.
stay
Hold on,
quiet
Coach.
after Keon read his
Coach,
super chat.
yeah. My man Cedric Smith says y'all wasting time trying to get someone who's delusional to see beyond their perception. It's insane. My man Cedric Smith. Salute to Cedric Smith in the super chat. And then my man Crunk Juice, he says, fair question. What does it matter to this brother if it's guaranteed or not? Now, let me say something real quick, because y'all been going back and forth for a long minute, and I'll let y'all go, right? And salute to my man Crunk Juice once again, right? Now, the thing is, Draco, this between me and you, Draco, stop sitting up here and because you are smart. I know you, Draco. I know you personally. You ain't that goddamn dumb, Draco, but see, you trying to play dumb to defend Terence Crawford. You know good so motherfucking well that when they said that neither one of them was getting a guarantee, they were talking about upfront money. Just like when you see
they didn't say that though, Keith.
Hold on,
that's what it meant, Draco. You know
hold
that.
on, let me finish.
That's what it meant, Coach.
You know that, Draco.
Let me finish, because I didn't cut none of y'all off when y'all was talking. I didn't cut none of y'all off when y'all was talking.
You right, Keith. Right? You right.
Right. So you know, just like when you see, okay, Terence Crawford is getting a guaranteed $3.5 million every fight with Top Rank, or you see Errol Spence, he got guaranteed $3.5 million versus Mikey Garcia, right? Let's use Errol Spence as an example because he's with the PBC. If they told you that Errol Spence, right, going into, let's just say, the Mikey Garcia fight, I don't know what his guarantee was, but I'm going to just throw a number out there. If they told you Errol Spence is getting a guarantee of $3.5 million to face Mikey Garcia, and then everybody ran off with that, right? Oh, he only made $3.5 million. He only made $2 million to fight Mikey Garcia. We all know that's what he made up front. That's guaranteed, meaning, right? Meaning this is your bag that you're guaranteed to get. Now, pay-per-view, venue, all that other shit, right? We got to give you the back end money. You get a percentage of everything else. The only way you don't get a percentage is nobody buy the motherfucking fight. Then nobody come to the fight. They don't sell no food. They don't sell no merchandise. Well, it ain't nothing that you can get. Now, you in your own words said that it's a $200+ million fight. So when have you ever heard of a fighter? Yeah, we're going to put on the biggest fight in boxing, right? But you might not get paid nothing. You might not get paid anything. You know good so motherfucking well shit don't work like that, Draco. The guarantee everybody knows was upfront money.
Right.
But he wanted upfront money. He wanted them, right, to promise him, okay, you get, let's say you get $20 million, whether the pay-per-view sells and the fight does well or not. You still get $20 million. That's what upfront money is.
Keon, what did Bud consider the $25 million for each fighter coming from this alleged hedge fund? What did he call it? Guaranteed.
Exactly.
It was 25 guaranteed.
Like, come on, man, that's guaranteed. And what he said, he was like, man, I'm like, man, shit, we ain't got to worry about nothing.
Nothing. Right.
Draco.
That's
my
good.
man Upper
The key
Echelon. Hold
word
on,
is
let me get through these
guaranteed.
super chats.
Let me
My
do
man Upper
that.
Echelon says he's so delusional and emotionally invested. Laugh out loud. Draco, man, don't let Draco fool y'all. Draco know what it is. He just doing that shit because he's taking up for Terence Crawford because that's his boy. John Kramer say, Draco Crawford, you tripping, champ. Crawford ain't what y'all think he is. Facts. They gonna do that, man. They gonna take it. Draco, World Combat Sports, and you know, they both of them niggas know better.
That dude
Both
back
of them niggas
only
are a lot smarter than what they, you know what I'm saying, letting y'all
Portraying.
believe.
Yep.
But
only
they
I
gonna
just-
play dumb for Terence
I
Crawford.
just don't, man, I don't understand why we talking about guarantees and shit when Bud Crawford said he agreed to it.
He
Like,
agreed,
if he agreed to the shit and he ain't making the issue with it, why is his fans trying to make excuses for that man and put words in the mouth? He said he
Right.
agreed to it. So what we talking
Let
about?
me get through the rest of these super chats and I'm gonna let you cook. My man Upper Echelon back again. He says the more Draco talk, the dumber I feel. Y'all crazy as hell, man.
Keep
That's the
super
price of
chatting
paying-
on this dumb shit.
Hey, that's just the price, man. Draco, you gotta pay when you take up for somebody that, man,
It's a
you
dog.
can't really take up for this shit. But Zenith360 says, I like this comment, right? I like this comment right here because this is shit that I've argued with people up and down about that say, oh man, them PBC fighters, they ain't making nothing. Wilder ain't making nothing. Zenith360 says Wilder upfront guarantee was $2 million. He made $20 million.
Mikey
Right?
Garcia.
So he made $18 million off the back end.
Mikey Garcia made 15 versus Earl.
And was that guaranteed? That was all guaranteed money.
No,
No, it
it
wasn't.
no, it wasn't.
Draco.
They
Yes,
got
it was.
guaranteed. No,
Yes,
it
it
wasn't.
was.
Him and
Yes, it
that's
was.
false. Him and Errol
Yes, it
Spence
was.
got the same guarantee.
So they didn't have a
which was
guaranteed purse, bro.
They had a
Yeah,
million.
yeah, it was like
guaranteed,
3
bro.
point. It was
Okay
either
then.
2.5
Okay,
or
next subject.
3.5.
I know,
Draco,
Draco.
stop
I know Drew trying to ignore my question.
What was it?
I know nobody. I know nobody wants to know.
Hold on,
Oh,
real
I
quick.
got you. I got you, A6. I
Let me
got
get
you.
through these super chats
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna let y'all cook. My man, Upper Echelon, once again, he says, got the Bud Sanity white guy in the Matrix went back. And
He the
then
one
my
that
man,
turned. He
real
the one
dude
that turned him
uprising.
in for the state.
My man, real dude uprising back again. He says percentages aren't guarantees. You can't
Thank you.
60% zero. I don't
There
know
you
what you're
go.
talking about.
That's retarded too.
Errol-
Whoever
There
said
you
that,
go.
I
If
just got
anybody
done.
thinks that this fight was gonna make zero, I don't know what the fuck to say to you. But
Yes.
but
They ain't
salute to my
saying that.
man.
Yes, they
Uh,
are.
They not saying that. What he's saying is it's a zero guarantee, bro.
Hold on,
That's what it
hold
is.
on.
Go
Hold on.
ahead.
My man Zenith
I
360
know you're
says,
not that dumb. Dog.
hold on. My man Zenith 360 says splits are guaranteed. That's why it's in the contract.
Boom,
I mean, I
got
thought that was
him.
common sense.
You ain't
Got
got nothing.
him.
What's there? Show
That's the
me
first thing I
where they
said.
said. Listen, Errol Spence said it wasn't nothing guaranteed. So if it's a
He
lie,
never
Spence
said that. He
collaborated.
never
Hold on.
said that. He
Yes,
said
he
I'm
did.
not.
Can
He
we-
said
can
I'm
we
not getting a
please
guarantee
let-
either. He
let-
never
Okay,
said.
so what is
Hold
he
on.
saying,
Yeah,
Carmen?
hold on. Let me get through these super chats.
Bro, stop
Let
that
me get through the
bullshit,
super
bro.
chats.
Stop.
Hold on. Let me get through the goddamn super chat. Shit.
All right.
Macworld Media says 35% of a 250 million fight is 87.5 million. Shaking my fucking head.
No
and
guarantee.
then hold on.
This
Then
dude is
Cedric
crazy.
Smith says Manny Pacquiao wanted 40 million guaranteed, nothing on the back end against Floyd. Al convinced him to take a percentage, and he walked away with 140
I was
million.
just about to say that.
That
shit.
is a fact.
I
That's
was
a
about
fact.
to say that shit.
I got
That's
a
a
question.
fact.
I got a
Uh,
question.
And yeah, that's where we at. All right, go ahead.
I got a question for you, Draco.
He gone,
You
bro. That's why I just got quiet. He ain't on the panel.
Yeah, well, my question would have been,
He
okay,
listening.
so in other words, Earl was getting no guarantee and Bud was getting no guarantee according to him. So they was gonna fight for nothing, right?
Right.
Come on, man, don't, bro. I hate when people get on here and act like they fucking dumb, bro. And Draco know better. Just like in fucking baseball, in baseball they get, and other sports too, they get upfront money, which is guaranteed, right?
Then you got contractual
And
expectations.
then you got a contract for, and you have, they have options. They have, when you reach a certain goal, you get this amount of money, and
Right.
it's all of that. But he
Incentives.
understands. Draco just acting like he fucking crazy because he know that his man, he
Oh.
can't defend this bullshit, bro. He can't defend it. That's
It's
all
like
it is.
it's just like when you catch a woman and a woman's wrong and she can't defend it, then she just start
Facts.
acting crazy and shit.
Yep.
Bro,
And
just
just
say
start acting all
anything, bro.
wild.
There's no
Man,
guarantee. No, they
man,
had no
look, bro.
upfront
Like I
guarantee.
don't know if this is going over people's head if they ain't catching it or whatever. How can we make an issue when a fighter said that they agreed to it, bro? How can we sit up here and talk
He
about
never-
zero guarantees and he didn't have this and he didn't have that when he said he agreed to it?
Yeah, he agreed to everything.
Y'all told me y'all just wanted to see the fight, bro. But now y'all are making issues where the man said he agreed to it. So how is it an issue? But that's like Devin Haney and George Kambosos, bro. Agreed to go to
real quick. Drico, he wanted to let everybody know that he in traffic. He keep cutting out, so he's driving. So
it's cool.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead. Go ahead, knock out.
But yeah, bro, like that's just like Devin Haney. Like if he agreed to go to Australia, that's like all his fans when he go to Australia. That's like them crying that he had to go to Australia, bro. He agreed to do the shit. So what are you talking about, bro? The difference between Devin Haney and fucking Terence Crawford is that he actually signed and he actually agreed to it for real. Like either come off of the zero guarantee point or just admit that he lying. You can't have both, bro.
Exactly.
I can't give you both. You can't say that he agreed to everything and then tell me, well, he had zero guarantee. That's why he didn't take it. Then admit that the nigga is lying then, bro. If you're not going to admit that he's lying, I'm not coming off that point, bro. You can't use the whole transparency shit with me. You can't use the whole zero guarantee shit with me. So this nigga confirmed that Errol Spence and them gave him everything that he asked for. This nigga confirmed that he agreed to taking the 0% guarantee. So if he's saying that he agreed, then if you want to have this conversation, then you need to admit that the nigga is lying or quit using that shit as an excuse because he ain't using it as an excuse. So why the fuck you get to use that shit as an excuse? Miss me with that shit, bro. People acting stupid and shit, bro. That shit irrelevant to me, dog. I thought we just wanted to see the fight. See, when we was talking the whole 60-40 shit, and he don't deserve this, and he don't deserve this is what he should get. Now they didn't give a fuck about money. No one cared about guarantees and purses and how the business of boxing and shit work. Now it's just funny that all the people that didn't care back then and just wanted to see the fight are now all of a sudden fucking business managers and goddamn fucking financial advisors and shit all of a sudden. Your man said he agreed to it, bro. I don't know what we talking about this shit for. Cut the bullshit. Either admit that he's a fucking liar, right? Admit that he's lying when he says that shit, or stop using that as an scapegoat and just admit that he's a duck. Either way, the shit look bad, bro. Either way,
what's happening with it, Money? I see you.
That's knockout. That's actually Team Crawford's philosophy, though. I have some footage with Bomac back in 2018 stating that they should take if it's a lackluster opponent and he's getting paid a lot of money to fight him, go ahead. Of course, go ahead and take the fight because Bud is 30 years old now. This was back in 2018, and he's coming towards the end of his career, and that's exactly what they've based his career off of. It's his business, right? It's about the money for him. But it's him and his team that has spread throughout the entire boxing world that somebody else is scared of them when they continuously go to take low-hanging fruit for the biggest payday for low-hanging fruit. And that's what they've done the whole time. And now when it's time for him to bet on himself, he don't know how to do that.
Let me ask everybody on the panel a question. And I'm gonna go around one by one. So, Kwame, what do you project this fight to do? Like, if they did the 4-state tour, promoting it, like they said they was gonna do, right? We got to keep that in mind because that make a big difference when you do a tour and promote it in 3 or 4 different states.
Right.
What do you project this fight to do, or would have projected it to do?
Well, are you asking the projection on the entire event or the pay-per-view?
The entire event.
I wouldn't be shocked with all the merchandise and everything that's going to sell ticket seats, Vegas, pay-per-view, who pays. I wouldn't be shocked if they gross like $300,000 for the entire, $300 million for the entire event. I wouldn't be shocked about that if they gross that.
Because see, and the reason that Kwame broke that down, right? Because that's what they're getting a percentage of. Instead of getting upfront guarantee, they're getting a percentage. And I'm not saying it's 35 because I don't know what it was. Steven Espinoza said that both fighters, it was going to be closer to 50-50. Now we know it wasn't 50-50 because EJ said I was getting a bigger percentage, but we don't know what the percentage split was, right? So they're getting a percentage of all of that, the food, the merchandise, the everything, the ticket sales, everything, right? Instead of just getting the upfront money. Now,
real quick, Keon, just to add to my own answer, right? Because I'm seeing there's this guy Julio Conception says like hell no, but we have to remember when Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao, he had came out and said that based on all the stuff Al Haymon had done with sponsorship and everything like that, he made 130 million before the fight. So this is what we're talking about. Everyone's just thinking about basic stuff, but there's going to be a lot of sponsorships,
everything.
Yeah, everything's going to be all over this fight. A whole bunch of stuff is going. Remember Floyd was sponsored, Hugh Blow, there's going to be so much sponsorship and so much money over this fight from just a revenue perspective for the event. I'm not saying pay-per-view because people stream it, and for the event. And this is why they did the deal the way they did it, Keon, because Terence Crawford wanted a lot of money to do this fight because he knows it's the biggest fight in boxing. But based off the way that they've done business in the past, how he done business is, hey, you with a promoter gives you a guarantee, and they give you a split off the pay-per-view, and those promoters keep all that money off the event. So they said, listen, we can't just give you a big guarantee and then give you a cut off the pay-per-view because we don't know how pay-per-view is going to do. People stream fights. So if you're trying to make as much money as possible, and now Terence Crawford don't have a promoter because he's his own promoter at this point through TBC, his company, right? Then he now gets a percentage off the entire everything.
The promotion.
Everything. And this is I'll finish up real quick for you, Key. And this is why he wanted to have transparency to approve what Al Haymon was gonna do for sponsorship and marketing and this and that. And Al's looking at him like, yo, this not even your lane. You don't know what the fuck you doing, but they gave it to him anyway,
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's no matter how you slice it, it's a duck, and it's because these guys have a history of not selling pay-per-view and being the big fish in the small pond, and now when it's time to be on the big stage, they don't know how to think big. They're still thinking small, and they thinking everyone's trying to rob them, and they just fuck themselves out of a huge payday.
That's why Al said nobody touches this fight.
Let me get the coach, and I'm gonna go to knockout. Then I'm gonna go, or let me get the coach. Let me see what order we in. Let me get the coach, upper echelon, then knockout. Coach, real quick, what do you project this fight to do? And like you said, overall, the whole event, that's what they were getting a percentage of.
I think they would have did over 500,000, at least over 500,000 pay-per-views. Plus they would have, I think they would have did over 500,000.
No, I'm saying just give me the whole event.
Oh, it probably would have made about 300 million, 300 to 250 million, maybe. Yep. Yeah, it would have definitely did that, and he would have fucking been stacked for the rest of his life, been a real boss. But my thing, I look at Terence Crawford and them as they like it's all of a sudden like when a real poor person get money from something and they think they rich, and then when they go to somebody else's house and they like, whoa, I thought I was rich, but look at this nigga. And then when that opportunity comes for you to be in that big house like that, and you don't know how to deal with it or understand the business to where you make stupid decisions like he just did, and you still have a small street nigga mind. You understand what I'm saying? And not a real professional big time mind like Al Haymon and Floyd. He don't have that mind. Floyd put his complete trust in Al Haymon. You know what I'm saying? And now look at him. And Errol Spence put his trust in Al Haymon. Now look at him, bro. Look at Danny Garcia. You got fighters that's naming their fucking kids after Al Haymon. Bro, that shit is retarded to me that you've been dealing in a small time for so long, and now you're in the big leagues, and you don't know how to handle it.
Let me say this right. So Errol Spence, he didn't have a problem. He said he didn't have a problem, right? He wasn't asking no questions because he sat down with Al Haymon. They went over everything, and Al Haymon said, "Look, we think this event, right? This is how we're gonna promote the event. We're gonna go to Dallas. We're gonna go to Cali. We're gonna go to New York, right? Wherever cities they're gonna tour, right? And after everything is said, we feel like this is what the fight is gonna grow. This is what the fight is gonna make, right?" He said he looked at everything and he was cool with it. Al Haymon projected that I was gonna make this, and I was cool with it. I trust Al, right? He did the same thing for Terence Crawford. Told Terence Crawford, look, this is what we project the event to do. You're gonna get a percentage, right? Let's say we're gonna give Errol Spence 60% of the whole everything. Every dollar made, we're gonna get Errol Spence 60%. We're gonna give you 40%. Terence Crawford said, okay, cool. Right from his mouth. Cool, I agree with that. But then he comes back and he said, well, I don't really trust nobody. So I need transparency. I need to see where everything is coming from. If y'all telling me that this is what the fight is projected to do, right? I want to see transparency. Well, you can't see transparency until the event happens. Fair. Now, once they have the event, they got to open up the books and show you where everything is coming from. So when they tell you, okay, this is what you made, you'll be able to see everything and go over that to see if they was hiding any money or if they keeping any money from you. But they didn't get that far because he pulled out of the fight. He has to accept the fight to see all the transparency.
Facts.
I mean,
hey, Key, can I say one thing? And I gotta go, y'all. No disrespect, and I don't mean to cut nobody off, but it's always a pleasure to get with my fellow boxing pugilists on the panel, even though I don't like y'all, because y'all Spence fans. We're gonna talk after the
because you're emotional.
right. But I it's two people on the panel. It's Coach and Kwame, and I was telling them this is a $250 million fight. I told them that from the start. They fought me all the way, but now they on here saying this is a $300 million fight.
I never fought you with that. I never said that. I did. That.
So why are you advocating Bud Center for $50 million? Then if you said it's a $250 million fight, you contradiction yourself.
Okay, well, hold on. Because it was a guarantee. But anyway,
I still take 200 on the back end.
All right, wait, Coach. I'm tying it up, Coach. I'm tying it up. We get together some other time, baby. Y'all get a chance to get me. But I appreciate y'all, man. So, and I'm gonna tell y'all this in the chat: a zero guarantee is a zero, whether it's from the front, back, up, down, side to side. Retarded. That means zero. You're That's retarded. What it is.
Drinko, you cannot stop the lies, bro.
You cannot get 35% out of a zero guarantee.
You're not gonna fucking have these people.
Y'all have a nice day. Y'all have a nice day. How many times 35 go to zero?
Now your ass is retarded saying some dumb shit, Drinko.
He pulled a hit and run. My man Eric Johnson in the super chat, he says, so Bud was stalling, stuttering on live. He was telling on himself, and that EJ got a fire stick. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn Al Haymon, mama sick, and EJ got a fire stick. Shaking my head. And then my man Zenith 360 back in the super chat, he says, Bud should have caught the hint when Spence wasn't impressed with the 25 mil and asked about the back end. 8 figures, not the new. He said 8 figures, not new to them. Right, it ain't new to them. And so, and Zenith made a great point, right? Bud should have caught the hint when motherfucking he came to Errol Spence and his eyes was wide, like, oh man, I got 25 mil. They gonna give us 25 mil. And EJ was looking at him like, I mean, that's cool, but shit, how much we gonna make on the back end? Like, cause Al Haymon then already came to me and showed me what this motherfucking event is projected to grow. He already came to me and showed me what the event is projected to gross. And we getting a big percentage of everything.
You taking my point, Keith.
Shit, I mean, shit, I'll fuck your 25 mil. You go ahead and take that if you want to. I'm straight.
Let me cook, Keith.
Go
take my
ahead.
point. You take my point away from me, bro. So look, I'm gonna make this short and sweet and simple. Bud's biggest payday was $7 million with Sean Porter.
6. It was 6.
That's even worse. You know, so he seen 4 times his biggest payday. He about shit himself when he seen 25 million. Mm-hmm. He came to Earl and he just like, look, we both can make some money. Right. 25. But what Bud don't realize is Earl made over 15 on the Mikey Garcia fight, over 15 on the Danny Garcia fight. Earl has been making 8 figures since the Ocampo fight. He made like 11 on the Ocampo fight because he packed out the stadium. So this right here isn't nothing big to Earl. And see, the problem is when you're not used to making money, when you see a little bit right there, well, I ain't gonna say a little bit, a lot like that, you just start thinking about that instant gratification. That's how Muhammad Ali got rid of his rights. That's how a lot of, like I said before, like a lot of musicians get rid of their rights. When people not coming for much and they see a lot right there, they start thinking about instant gratification and they don't start thinking about the long haul. Like rappers selling their whole masters and name for $750,000. And then you end up making the company 10s and 15, 20 million. TLC went diamond. TLC went 10 million sold on that CD. The one of the hottest CDs out. And they didn't make, but what they say, like 480,000 divided by 3. They said Pebbles raped them. No, Pebbles didn't rape them. That's what y'all signed for. And see, that's why I'll say ain't nobody touching this fight right here, because if the way I figured it, they probably have about 80 to 100 million in sponsorship. They probably have between 50 to 80 million in pay-per-view buys. Then you got the overseas rights. Like a company overseas, they buy the rights out just to show it over there. So that's another 40, 50 million right there. Then you got the gate, which can be anywhere from 7 to 15 million. Then you got the merchandise, the concessions, all that, which will bring in at least another 20, 30 mil. That's 220 mil and beyond. Like, I'm not even gonna try to put a back number on it, because like Al said, why are you trying to cap yourself?
Right.
At least you're gonna make it 220 mil. So to give away that, and he even got on here and contradicted himself. He said it's a $250 million fight. So why are you gonna sell it for 50 mil and get that hedge fund that free 200?
Well, you mean settle for 25 mil, right?
Yeah, settle for 20.
Right.
That's even worse.
Rachel, what's going on with it? Rachel, what's going on with the Queen? She says, was there a press conference for Bud yesterday? No. Absolutely not.
He was on Abba and preached the other day.
He did an interview. No press conference.
Yeah, but to wrap it up, all I'm saying is, see, he thinking, motherfuckers want to be the boss, but they still thinking like workers. Like, you can't always go for instant gratification. Sometimes you need to think about the nest edge, the back end, the long run, the masters. You got to think about residuals. You got to think about what you got to be willing to take a risk and bet on yourself. And see, the fact that he don't sales, he's not used to betting on himself, but he's rocking with the big dog, the big fish. This nigga sales. And he like, look, my nigga, you talking about you trying to help me sell this to 50 million to the hedge fund. No, nigga, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna make this bag with you. I did all the heavy lifting. So all you gotta do is just ride with me, show up, and you gonna be set for the rest of your life. Because anybody that fights me is set. And that's what the big fish say. That's why he said Keith Thurman want that bag. That's why everybody that was scared of Earl wants to fight Earl. Like they want to fight Tank. Like they want to fight. When you the big fish, he's the Canelo of the middleweight. He's Canelo of the middleweight, because when you fight Earl, you get the bag, guaranteed. And that's why everybody won't. And see, Bud might have missed his shot. This was your retirement check right here. You know what I'm saying?
Rachel, I didn't even know that. So Rachel, she says BLK Prime is just a streaming rate, a network streaming service, aka like DAZN. She says that the promoter for this fight, right, that Bud got coming up is Bash Boxing. Bash Boxing is the promoter for. I didn't know that. I never heard of them.
Salute, Rachel.
I've never heard of Bash Boxing. Anybody ever heard of them?
They are Omaha Boxing Company. They out in Nebraska.
Okay, so they're the ones who's promoting the fight, and then they're using BLK Prime to stream it. That's the streaming service that they're gonna have the pay-per-view on.
They have to use Bash Boxing because they done filed bankruptcy 13 times, not 11, but 13 times.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they're not going to be.
See, Julio, let me explain to Julio. Y'all give me a second, man, because I seen Julio. He keep on coming saying that the fight ain't gonna do nowhere near that. They're not gonna, and he keeps going off of pay-per-view buys, right? He's saying they're not going to sell 250 mil. That's like 300, 3.2. Hold on, Upper Echelon. That's like 3.2 million pay-per-view buys, not a chance. Bro, we keep breaking this down for you, right? I don't know if it's going to do 250 mil. I don't know if it's going to do 350 mil. I don't know what it's going to do. But what we're doing is we're breaking it down for you, and we're telling you, right? Y'all are just looking at pay-per-view tickets, right? When you're talking about the event, you're talking about what did the whole event gross. You're talking about the merchandise they sell, all of the sponsorships they're gonna get, the overseas pay-per-view, right? The pay-per-view, and when I say overseas, I mean the foreign pay-per-view, right?
Yep.
The US pay-per-view. The venue, the ticket sales from the venue, the concession, everything that goes into this fight, right? What is the whole fight gonna gross? It's just not okay what the ticket sales in the pay-per-view. We're talking about what is the whole fight gonna gross. And the deal that Al Haymon was giving them is a big percentage of whatever the whole fight was grossing. Not just the pay-per-view. So they don't have to do 3.2 million pay-per-views because that's not, I mean, that's not all they're getting paid off of. That's just one small thing they get paid off of. They get paid off of everything. That's why Terence Crawford don't understand it, because he's never gotten money like that. He's never gotten paid off all of that. All Terence Crawford knows is how much I'm getting up front. When he was with Top Rank, they say, okay, here, we giving you $3.5 million, right? And that's it. That's it. You're not getting nothing else after that, especially if you're not just, you know what I'm saying? And especially if you're not just selling a shit ton. He wasn't getting no back end. He don't know what back end money is. He knows what guarantee is, and that's it.
And
He wasn't
Showtime
getting
on
a
Fox.
percentage of the concession and merchandise sales and sponsorships and all of that. Julio, you don't know what the hell they gonna gross. You don't know what they gonna gross.
And it's evident also. One thing that I haven't heard anyone speak on is when Terence Crawford talked about the 25 million or 50 million from the investor, and he was explaining it to Earl. He was stating like, "Hey, if they make their money back, then we get this or that, but we don't care because we're gonna get paid anyway." So what that told me by him saying that was he didn't care about all this transparency with them.
Nah, he was getting 4 times more than he's ever got.
Yeah,
Right.
he didn't care
Al
about
Haymon,
any of it.
Al Haymon was trying to break it down to him, but the thing is he didn't trust Al Haymon.
Right.
And he saw that upfront money. I'm gonna get. Oh, they offering me 25 million. Shit, and he damn near lost his mind because he's never seen no money like that before. Rachel says yes, but BLK Prime money is from streaming service, pay-per-view buys, and sponsors on streams. She says Bash Boxing would own the gate, merchandise sponsor, and international rights, and the Masters.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah. So Bash Box. So when he go over there and fight with BLK Prime, I mean, they own all of that shit. The promoter gonna own all of that shit. And see, that's what Rachel said, right? Talking about the gate, the merchandise, the sponsorship, the international rights, all the Masters, all of that. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford was going to get a percentage of all of that over there with the PBC.
Facts.
All of
Damn,
them.
Bash about to get the majority of the damn money, really.
Yeah,
If you
Bash
think
gonna
about
get that. They paying whatever upfront that they paying you know,
BLK.
Terence Crawford in them, right? And shit, they gonna take the rest.
Oh well, it probably not because you got to think Errol Spence too has to go through promoter in TGB. So and he's still gonna get
Bro,
No,
money.
this
no,
dude
no, no.
doesn't understand what we talking, but like he literally, right, don't understand nothing that we talking about. And I'm not even gonna say nothing else about it, right? This
Okay.
man just said, people, 800K is the most I'll give those guys.
Yeah, just leave him alone.
Bro,
Hey,
you telling me that this fight is only gonna gross 800K? Like, come on, man. I bet.
Hey,
I'm
Kwame,
gonna
bro.
move on.
Hey, bro, that TGB, that's the people that do like the flout. That's like the other people that work for PBC. Because remember I told you PBC is like everybody is their own workers and bosses.
Right.
So like these be the people that work for Al Haymon, but you know they all their own entities. Like these people that do like the foul work, the party planning and all that. That's who
Right.
TGB. Yeah, that's who they are. So they
Right, but
always get paid whenever it's a fight. If it ain't no fight, they don't get paid. That's how they
right,
get paid.
right, but they're a promotional company. So what all I'm stating is that
They all are.
right, right. But so all I'm stating is that if Earl Spence is gonna still because Al Heyman has to have them because of that whole Ali Act stuff where he can't be an advisor and a promoter. So they're there by default because it's just part of the process to have a promoter. So all I'm stating when I'm stating that is that doesn't mean it works the same way for Bud as well. It doesn't mean that Bash is gonna get all his money. They could be working in the same capacity for Bud as TGB. That's all I'm saying.
I
How
feel
much
you,
did
bro.
Errol Spence versus, let's just say, Sean Porter make at the live gate for the gate, just the ticket sales?
I'm
Anybody
trying to
know?
yeah, I'm trying to look that up now.
Yeah, I pull it up. Hold on. Between 6 and 8.
Okay. And how much did him and Mikey make?
Hold on.
Because people see what people don't understand is when you have a fight in Vegas, a fight of this magnitude, those tickets are fucking high as hell.
Yep.
Yeah, like them
Stupid
stadium
high.
tickets ain't as high as Vegas tickets.
Yeah, so when you go to Vegas and you put it in the MGM Grand or you put it in the T-Mobile, right? Those tickets are crazy high.
Yep.
I mean, I looked at the Canelo Alvarez, right? When he fought just his last fight, right? I looked up the tickets. The cheapest ticket was like $800. That's to get you in the door. You know what I'm saying? The $800 was the cheapest ticket so you could get in the door. What you think Bud Crawford and Errol Spence is gonna be?
It's gonna be high.
And it's gonna be in Vegas too. Like hell, the Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fight, they did like 30 million at the gate.
Right.
One of the
You know what I'm
highest
saying?
tickets
What
ever.
do you think? So what they do, right, is a fight of that magnitude. They know everybody wants to see it. They putting it in a stadium that only hold what? Let's see, T-Mobile. I think T-Mobile hold like 20,000. I'll say MGM Grand hold like 16, 17,000, right? Then they hike the fucking prices up hella high because like they can do that. All the stars going to that fight, everybody going to that fight. They don't care about the casual fans if the casual fans can afford a ticket because they know they're going to sell it out because of the magnitude of the fight. So what they're doing is they targeted people that got the money like that. You know, I know I've been to more fights than I can count. Big, huge fights. I know how much these fight tickets cost. Rachel Donaire says Canelo Triple G. Yep, that was 6 rows from the ceiling at $875. If y'all think I'm lying, listen to Rachel. 6 rows from the ceiling, you was paying $875.
Mikey and Earl did 47,000 fans at the AT&T Stadium, and they brought in 7.2 mil.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is that's a stadium fight. When you put some shit
Yeah,
in
that's
Vegas,
different from the fight. That's
yeah. When you put a fight in Vegas of this magnitude, the
that's
fight
what,
is gonna gross way more than that. Way
because
more than
it's
that
limited
because they hike
seats.
the ticket prices up. That's what they do.
Hey, that
Rachel know
Wilder fight in Vegas.
you know Rachel could get on here, she'll tell y'all
That
they're gonna
Wilder
make
fight.
those tickets stupid high for Terence Crawford and Errol Spence because they're not targeting the diehard boxing fan. They know that a fight of that magnitude, the stars are coming out. Everybody is gonna
Hey, it
pay
was
to
like
see that fight.
$1,000 for that Wilder Fury shit, and it wasn't even a good seat. Them shits was $1,000.
Well, the second Wilder Fury, I'll let you know. The second Wilder Fury, right? 10 rows back in the high rises, right? 10 rows back in the high rises, you was paying $4,500.
That's why I said I was talking about the back seats.
See,
The back
See, a
seats
lot
was
of people don't
$1,000.
understand that because they don't go to fights and pay that much money for tickets.
Shit.
So when you talk about tickets of a fight of this magnitude, they thinking, oh, 200, 150. Nah,
No.
not for a fight of this magnitude. You're not even finna smell the door for no goddamn 200, 250, 500. Like you not. They're gonna hike the price up to where, unless you got money like that, you're not getting in.
Yeah, getting in.
It says the
Facts.
lowest ticket for the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder 2 showdown was $1,350. That was the lowest
And that's
ticket.
when tickets went on sale. So how that works is if you get the lowest tickets was what did you say? $1,300?
$1,350.
$1,300 and some change was the lowest ticket price for Tyson Fury Wilder 2, right? And that's on the day of the fight. I mean the day that the tickets come out. If you're lucky to be able to get a ticket the day that it comes out. I know I was out there, the nosebleeds. I mean, not the nosebleeds, the high rise, right? But deep up in the high rises, you was paying $4,500. You know what I'm saying? Bro, stop talking about, I don't know if you're trolling right now.
He's trolling.
Bro, you're talking about Danny Garcia and Errol Spence, a fight that was in a pandemic. Only a certain amount of fans could go. Like, what are you talking about?
And he still oversold Canelo that time too. In the pandemic,
Like,
he oversold him.
I don't understand.
He's
You got me telling you how much these tickets cost for a fight of this magnitude. You got Rachel Donaire in here telling you how much the tickets cost for a fight of the magnitude, and you still going on and on about. Come on, bro.
He trolling, bro.
We trying to teach you some shit.
He just want attention.
But Sean T, what's good with he says in Vegas they also have the venue that you have to buy tickets to watch the fight. Exactly. They getting paid off the closed circuit. Them closed circuit tickets is high. Not only the arena when the arena packed out already, right? Now they got all these venues, big ass venues where you go to watch the closed circuit. They getting money off of that. Theater, right? The theaters. They're getting paid off of the movie thing, all of that shit, man. But you can't explain that to somebody that don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't want to understand it. That's what that is.
Right. But man, let me read. Oh yeah, I just read that super chat, man. But we've been on here for 3 hours, man. I gotta wrap it up. Hell of a show. I think that we pretty much broke down everything, but we know everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat know. I mean, it doesn't matter how many facts you give a goddamn diehard fan of Bud Crawford. He ain't the only fighter that got fans like this, right? Don't matter what the facts are.
Tank, Canelo.
Try to defend it. They still gonna be in denial. It is what it is. Let me get y'all last words before we get up out of here, man. Upper echelon, man. Let everybody know where to find you at, man. Drop your link in the chat and let everybody know what you got going on before we get out of here.
All right, y'all. I got these 2 pages I'm gonna be coming out with this week. Well, I got the channels already made. I'm just working on the content for it. One of the channels called Righteous Disciple. That's why I'm gonna teach us where the origin of where we from and just drop knowledge on that everything. Try to help my people get woke because too many people are happy being sheep and being lost in the sauce. You feel what I'm saying? My other one is the upper echelons man. I'm gonna try to show people how to be the best person that they can be. You know, to operate on a higher platform, a higher level, a higher frequency, and how you can achieve what you want in life, and how to keep yourself prime. And you know, I got this sports bar. You know, well, I'm gonna start back dropping videos on here. You know, I done got shadow banned a couple times for speaking my opinion. You know, can't talk about the 24 karat people and the stuff that's going on in the boxing world. But I'm gonna still say what I got to say. But I appreciate y'all coming out here. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like. I mean, we dropped y'all some knowledge on here. Some people just can't stand to be woke. The Matrix showed you that. But everybody, peace out. Appreciate you, Key.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Y'all make sure that y'all go sub to Upper Echelon. Like you said, he got you know, a lot of knowledge dropping for y'all real soon here. And my man Kwame, man, I see you in and out, man. You making a comeback, you in and out. Man, let them know. And I see you G5. Salute. OTB. Let them know what you got going on, man. I know you're gonna go cook on this.
Yeah, I got a live stream tonight. It'll probably be around 9:30 Eastern time. So make sure you guys tune in. Love to the Game Boxing on YouTube. Definitely make sure y'all check it out. And real quick, just salute to you, Key. Really, really appreciate you bringing the real, bringing the facts, no opinions to the public, and breaking everything down for us. Appreciate you so much. And everyone, make sure y'all smash that like button. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all make sure that y'all smash the like. Make sure that y'all go sub to both of these channels. And you heard Kwame, he got a live stream coming at 9 Eastern time. We also got Money Brown TV. He gonna be doing this thing. You got Knockout doing his thing. So y'all got, you know, a whole lot of content to look forward to. And I appreciate everybody for coming here. All the support. I appreciate everybody. Like I said, we will be back cooking again tomorrow because there's a lot of shit going on in boxing now. We actually got a lot of legit fights that's supposed to happen, a lot of things to talk about. So we will be back, and I appreciate you. Swat Jones, I see you. Yes, sir. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all. Appreciate y'all.